I didn't know you could add platforms. Wow. Did not know that. Already. I had no clue. Yeah, let's go ahead and plug it in, I guess.
You gonna move this song for you?
Hmm?
You gonna move that song a little bit down the way?
Which one?
This one
This
right like move it like right here.
okay. Yeah. Like that.
There we go. See how long my live stays on. Weekend on me.
Oh, really?
Like last time, well, the past few times it just shuts off.
What's really going on over there?
You heard that too? Huh. You know how he is.
You need to throw that one away.
Why?
Because that's disgusting.
How?
You're disgusting. Did she say she was disgusting? Wow, that's crazy. Oh, which one? About Jesus Christ? The guy you call Jesus Christ is a black guy. He's not white. The guy you call Jesus Christ is a black guy. He's not white. You people can't survive in that type of heat. That's crazy.
You need to tell her. Yeah.
You know?
If you know it, you need to tell her, man. And she was talking about that post. I'm like, what post was she talking about? Oh,
Sounds like
Steven.
disgusting. Like, bitch, shut up. You know? Bitch, please, shut up. Talking about some disgusting. You're disgusting.
She took a picture of it. I'm like, shit. Well, that proves our point, man. It's got the scriptures on there,
Hell yeah.
you know. And she's
You
gonna
know?
put it on social media. And who's gonna look at her little picture that she posts on social media?
Right.
You know, everybody, and they're gonna see what those scriptures, and they're gonna read those scriptures, and they're gonna be like, oh,
Exactly.
it says his feet are as bronze, or as fine brass burnt in a furnace.
Right. You know? Shalom, everybody. Shalom. Okay. You know, these Edomites are something else, man. These two-faced and backstabbing motherfuckers, man. Goddamn bunch of hypocrites. You know, they tripping, man. They came by here tripping on the sign, right? Here, look, watch this. They tripping on this sign, right? They tripping on this sign because this sign lets them know that the Son of God and the Father, like it says in Revelation chapter 4, verse 2 through 3, okay, in Revelation chapter 7, chapter 1, verse 7, and chapter 13, chapter 1, verses 13 and 14 in the book of Revelation, describe what the Father and the Son look like. This is what they look like by biblical description. You know, they say this is a false image. How the fuck is it a false image when God tells you what he looks like? He doesn't have a problem with you painting a picture of what he looks like by biblical description.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's not a graven image; it's a depiction.
It's just a depiction and an explanation in biblical scripture what the Son of God looks like. What the fuck? I don't understand that. And the people, and they flips the fuck out, get mad. Get mad. Get God. What does he say, man? Yeah, get your stupid ass out of here, you idiot. You take your punk ass back to Christian church and believe Sister Ray Boy's your punk bitch homosexual superstar go float down from heaven, you know, with long beach in the dress, bend you over and fuck you in the ass and tell you how much love you, okay?
Because that's what they do. You know, the people that worship that image, that's what they do, man. They're the same people that threaten war crimes. They're the same people that bomb innocent children. You know.
Yeah, they got war crimes and everything against them, man. But then they God's people. How the fuck does that work? That don't even make sense.
Yeah.
You know, there wasn't no war crime when the Israelites were in charge because God told us to do it. Okay, he came down and sent angels. He sent evil spirits deliberately and on purpose to destroy our enemies from before our face. They're doing the same thing with the 10 plagues of Egypt over there in Israel right now. The Most High, what was it in the book of Exodus? I forgot which chapter, but in the book of Exodus, there was a plague of hornets that were torturing the people. There was a plague of fleas. There was a plague of lice. That was a plague of all kinds of different evil shit that was happening to the Egyptians, man. Same thing. The Most High sent and the curse of what do they call that stuff? Boils and that other stuff. That dysentery. And that other stuff. That's the disease of the booty hole. Yeah. Right. I forget the name of that shit. You know, like they got hemorrhoids.
Yeah, yeah, they
Yeah, because they had the temple. They had the Ark of the Covenant in their possession. You see what I'm saying? And the people be flipping the fuck out on us, man, for no reason. Here, look, we're gonna flip out on you. We're gonna accuse you falsely. You know, well, I mean, what type of false accusation did we do? You know, all we did was tell the truth. We showed depictions of what the Son of the Most High God truly looks like by biblical description. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not a false image. The false image is when during the white privilege and white supremacy, okay, when they first came over to this country, saying that they discovered America. Okay, how the fuck do you discover America and it's a place that's already have a civilization with people in it? You didn't discover a goddamn thing. You came over here, raped, murdered, and plus, Cristobal Colon, aka Christopher Columbus, and okay, he came over here with 5 Hebrew interpreters, so he knew who the people were when he got here. He knew who they were. Okay.
And on top of that, these archaeologists keep finding over here in the Americas. All right, not just here in the Americas, but throughout the world, man. All right, they're finding stones with the Hebrew, the Lashon Kodash, not the modern day Hebrew, but the Paleo Hebrew writings on it, man. That date hundreds and even thousands of years ago, man. All right, over here in the Americas, and you can't tell us that hey, we're not the real Israelites. It's like
That's all good, man. I ain't tripping. Yeah, we're the real people. We're the real fucking the real deal. These Edomite devils. Look. Check this out. Oh man. Oh, you got to see this. Look, the Ducks is attacking the Edomites, man. The Ducks was attacking the Edomites, man. Everybody in the had everything in existence has had enough of these goddamn Edomite Caucasians, man. Everything. The birds, the dogs, the bees, everything, man. Everybody's had enough of their bullshit with the goddamn white privilege, white supremacy.
the land of Israel. Well, what's going on in Israel, man?
Damn, even the animals have had enough. God damn, they're getting attacked by ducks.
The land of Israel is getting plagued with getting plagued with flies. I mean, getting plagued with bees.
And they get mad about it. It's the truth. What the fuck? You gonna deny your eyeballs now? Animals are sick and tired of you goddamn people. What the fuck, man? All of the nations are sick and tired of you. They're gonna burn this motherfucker to the ground and move all of the brown people the fuck out of the way. That's what the angels are gonna do. Leave you motherfuckers here to be melted. And your great rapture. The rapture. Oh. That a bitch, you're gonna get left here and melted. Talking about some goddamn rapture. Ain't that a bitch? Right? Anyway, let's turn to the east, brother.
Okay, you come.
Call Halal Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for pushing 100% truth to rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.
Shalom.
This is Matazal Lakham. This is Brother Yakal.
Shalom.
Okay, and the Lashwan Kodash language, Yakal means to endure, right? And Matazal Lakham means pillar of bread. Okay, all right, and people don't understand that. Okay, they don't get that. They think that we're domestic terrorists, all this other miscellaneous punk bullshit, which is a lie, man. How are we domestically terrorizing anybody? All we got a Bible in our hand. We got a Bible. I'm terrorizing somebody with a Bible? Get the fuck out of here. See, you Edomites are uneven, you're unrighteous, and you're hypocrites. Both sides had enough of your bullshit, man. He's going to make the entire earth rise up against you. Open up the Bible and get the book of Job, chapter 20, verses 25 to 27. Everybody's had enough of you goddamn Edomite devils. They just done had enough. You can't blame them, man. Rape, murder, pillage, that's all you people know forever, man. You take little kids. Look, the Edomites, look. Edomites getting attacked by the birds now. Look, see him over there with the ducks shit. See? The ducks is finna attack him, man.
We know the
Wow, man. Yikes.
That's a little preview, a prelude to the the beasts of the field being at league with us, man. Being
Right.
at league with the Lord's prophets. You know, they're gonna be attacking our enemies, man. They're gonna be helping us escape from the dangers of Jacob's trouble, man, from the devil.
Yeah.
We all know Revelation 12:12 and what it says. The devil's come down with great wrath. Know that he is a short time. Woe to the inhabitants of the sea.
Right.
All right.
So yeah, that's basically what's gonna happen, man. And I had some news. The economists are saying that America has 42 days left of food on the shelves. There's no import and export being transacted between America and the rest of the nations while they're at war with Iran because the Straits of Hormuz are closed. And plus, Pete Hegseth just said that he wanted to close the Strait of Morocco or the Malacca, okay, which is over there between Bangladesh, not Taiwan, but Bangladesh, Thailand, India, Pakistan. Okay, you see what I'm saying? So a lot of the stuff that you take for granted, made in India, made in Bangladesh, made in Pakistan. Okay, all of that shit. Okay, America's blocking the straits over there now. They got the ass kicked over there fucking with Iran. Oh, did you know that Iran purchased 500 thermonuclear weapons from China? Iran has in its possession. You can go and Google it and see if I'm telling you a lie. I'm telling you. Okay. They have 500 nuclear intercontinental ballistic thermonuclear missiles in their possession, purchased from China. Okay. Iran has these missiles. Okay. They are Dongfeng thermonuclear intercontinental ballistic thermonuclear missiles. Dongfeng 41s. The 41 stands for 41 thermonuclear warheads in each missile. You got 500, so you take 5 times 41 and add 2 zeros. How much you got? That's over 20,000? Okay, 20,000. What is that? Yeah, but 24,000 thermonuclear warheads. They can burn up any part of the goddamn world they want to now.
Hey man, the scripture where it says the 200,000 horsemen. All
Right.
right, which we all know what that talks about. The 200 million nuclear missiles that are destined to hit America. All right, that's a very easy possibility. With what the brother just said, man.
Yeah.
Everybody,
Each of these different nations, they found out that doing an experiment in the Strait of Hormuz, Iran and China and Russia have a peace agreement, right? You can't buy any oil from Iran unless it's in Chinese yuan or Russian ruble. Okay, it is that simple. You want to buy oil? That's where you got to transact. It has to be digital. Okay, all of these countries are trying to rush to be the first one to take over the fucking world with digital currency. Donald Trump told a lie, okay, on the horseback of we're not going to install central bank digital currency and we're not going to war. Within the first 365 days, that was the first goddamn thing he did. He went straight to war, man, picking on a fight with a country that he couldn't win against. Them people have been preparing to go to war with America, with Russia if they need to, for 40 years, day and night. They got asymmetrical warfare, aka guerrilla warfare, going on, tearing their shit up, making them use up all of their resources to where they run out of bullets. If they run out of bullets, you can't fight. You're gonna go into a ground war. You sending people into a fucking meat grinder, just like Normandy, Germany, back in World War II. When they tried to go and storm the beaches of Normandy, Germany, they got ate up. Okay? For 2 hours, thousands of American soldiers got ripped the fuck apart, man.
I've seen that Saving Private Ryan opening scene.
Yeah, that opening scene of Saving Private Ryan, that's going to be the opening scene of them landing on the shores of Saudi Arabia, traveling into a choke point with mountains on both sides. a kill zone. It's a kill box. That's the only way into Iran, and they already have soldiers waiting on you. That's the reason why the prime minister of Iran was said, we're waiting on them. Okay? I did the research, man. I'm like, man, if you send American foot soldiers in there, them motherfuckers ain't coming back, man. Unless unless they come back in a tote with a toe tag. If you can find enough of their body to put in a box. Okay, these motherfuckers they make their own bullets, their own weapons, man. They've changed the trajectory of a bullet that comes out of an AK-47. They probably got barrels of guns and shit, and plus they're getting weapons from China and Russia to help them out. Hey, look, man.
I seen TikToks and YouTube videos of them like showing you how they make their makeshift weapons, and they're legit weapons. They perfected the sword too.
Yeah,
And
they've had 40 years to perfect it.
yeah,
Okay.
they don't have they're not like us Americans who have the luxuries of doing whatever the fuck we want. Hey, they got time. They're not busting their ass 9 to 5 every day. And then going about trying to they're not on this rat wheel, man, like us Americans. So they got time, and what are they gonna do with that time? All right, to avenge their enemies, prepare for World War III, man.
Exactly, and that's exactly what they're doing, man. Okay, day and night for 40 years, they ain't got nothing else. They've had tariffs against them for 40 years. So these people have been putting together bombs and makeshift bombs with fertilizer, a horse shit, camel shit, bubble gum, and some motherfucking toothpaste, and a couple of pieces of wire and a battery, and blow your ass up. Boom.
And that's what they believe in. They believe in martyrism. That's their type of Muslim belief. Because there's the
Right.
Sunnis and the Shias. I forgot which one they are, but they're the ones that believe in martyrdom.
Right.
They
don't have a problem. They think that when they die, they're going to get 71 virgins, right? Okay, and they're going to be in the kingdom of heaven ruling over everybody else, and they got 71 virgins that can get pussy whenever they want to.
That's what they believe in.
They really believe that shit, man. And that's the reason why they don't have a problem with that Alu Akbar and blow their goddamn own brains out and kill everybody around them. They don't have a problem with it. Okay, even their women, their children. They've been teaching their children that shit since the cradle, man.
See the TikTok of this American this veteran. He was talking about his experience in the Middle East, and he was I think it was in Afghanistan or Baghdad, all right, and they were pressing this Muslim guy. He's like he had his in front of his family. He had the Muslim guy. He had a knife, at his throat. He was like, "You better tell us where so and so is, or I'm gonna cut you. I'm gonna slit your throat in front of your family." And the Muslim guy was like, "Do it, hurry up." And then he's like, "Fuck, what do I do now? We can't do nothing now." So he didn't even cut his throat, man. Because hey, that's what they believe, man. They don't care if they die, man. You know, it's a righteous thing in their eyes to die for Allah Akbar. As the same goes with us. But hey, man, America, if you send ground troops, you're screwed.
Yeah,
all right,
you motherfuckers are doomed.
and you will, because the Bible says you will, man. All right, the Bible says, the Valley of Jehoshaphat, the Valley Decision. All right, the goats and rams. The how do you say it? The mountains are gonna be um soaked, with the blood of these heathen nations, man. All right, going to war with each other. All right, and that's gonna be by way of ground war, man. You know. All right. Go ahead, Mark.
All right. Anyway, like I said before, but that's it. That's basically it. I was upset. I'm still upset that these Edomite devils have the unmitigated fucking audacity to come out there and say that they're upset at that sign down there with Sister Ray Boys with the horns coming out. They're upset about that. Okay, we tried to explain to these Edomite devils that, hey, look, the Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is a dark-skinned, melanated man. So-called white people, these translucent skinned sons of bitches can't survive in that type of deliberate heat, man. Everything in that land of Israel has to be imported. Grass, trees, fertilizer, food, shelter, horses, everything has to be imported into the land of Israel because the Most High said that entire land is going to be desolate. until the return of the children of Israel that are Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that have been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay? And that's what they don't understand. They don't get that part. Okay? They want to say that the Israelites are lost tribes. You're a goddamn lie. You change the names of the titles of the people and move their landmarks in order to sow confusion. That's what you goddamn Edomites always do. That's how you cover up your tracks. Remember, you're thieves. Like it says in John chapter 10, verse 10, the thief cometh not before to steal, kill, and to destroy. And that's all you people know how to do. You don't know how to negotiate. The way you negotiate, like it says in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 12 to 12 to 14, the things that you call peace is war, bloodshed, murder, death, rape, pillage. That's peace to you, motherfuckers. Right, like it says in Isaiah chapter 57, verse 21. There is no peace, saith the Lord, to the wicked. Says the same thing in Isaiah 48 and 22, I think. Okay, Ephesians chapter 6, verse 16. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Right? Azaniah, Lakabawath, Hadalakim, Ath Hatazayah, Harashai. Right? Okay, and that means help me to quench the fiery darts of the wicked, which are all of these lies and innuendos and everything that they try to push against us, try to say that we're terrorists. How the fuck are we terrorists with a Bible in our hand? That means that Catholic priest you got out there that manipulates and rape little boys in the ass, then they're terrorists, right? Those pastors that you got at church pushing that goddamn bullshit rapture, okay, that's a terroristic threat. That's a terroristic threat. A rapture. The Lord's gonna come back 3 times. Bullshit, man. The Bible's, if you read the Bible said he come back one time, once only. That's it. Everybody else gets left behind. The Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is not a man that he should lie, neither is he the son of man that he should repent. Hath he not said, and shall he not do it? You Edomites don't understand the Bible. Get the Bible out of your hands. You've been sowing confusion in the world for 500 years. The Son of God has had enough of your goddamn bullshit. And he's coming back to exterminate you people. You better get ready for slavery because that's all you have left. After you lose power on this side, because all the nations of the earth are going to turn against you. As it is written in Job chapter 20, verse 27, the earth itself shall rise up against you. You already got animals and ducks and birds attacking human beings. Alligators attacking people out of nowhere. These animals used to be scared of humans. Now they just eat your ass for nothing.
There's a phenomenon that orca whales, which have always been peaceful to humans, all right. There's a phenomenon where orca whales are now attacking boats. You know, they've always been peaceful, but now they're not peaceful no more, man. You know?
Right. They're killing whales now. Shit, orca whales, yeah, they used to be peaceful, but now they're not, man. They're bloodthirsty now. That is because of Esau being under the wicked rulership of Esau, Edom, the devil the Bible speaks of.
Free Willy wants to be free, man.
Okay.
You don't want to be
have a tag on him,
Yeah.
where a white man chasing him around the fucking ocean everywhere. He don't want that. Why'd you every time you look up, there's a boat, and then he gets stuck in the back. Ow, shit! What did you do to me? You Edomites. Next thing you know, he wake up on a table in a building. Then they put his ass back to sleep, and he's back in the ocean. What happened? Ow! What's happened?
in a
You know?
aquarium.
Yeah, this is what they do to track all of the different animals of the earth. Okay, they put tracking devices in all the animals. That way, they know where they're at, and to try to control their thought processes. This is what Esau Edom tries to do by emulating and trying to pretend that he's God on the earth. Okay.
You want to know something funny? What's on topic, but hey, you know these tracking devices that they put on these sharks and these whales and whatnot to see what they're doing. You know, hey, there be many times where the tracking device stops working and then it turns back on, man. And these Edomites don't know what the hell's going on, and it's just unexplainable, man. Because hey, the scriptures say, you know, who knows uh who knows the measure of the depths, man. You know, all right, the Lord, only the Lord knows what these whales and these deep sea creatures do, and where they go. You know, hey, the eels, every single eel that's on Earth All right, they all go to the Bermuda Triangle and they do something there. All right, they make babies, and they don't know how. All right, all right, they don't know how and why. They all go to the Bermuda Triangle from all around the world, and they make babies there, and they never see no eggs. They never seen them make love or nothing. All right, but hey, the Lord makes it happen, man. You know, hey, this devil, hey, he's trying to upset this blessing that the Lord gave Jacob, man.
That's
All right,
all he's trying to
he's
do.
by measuring out everything. You know,
He's just trying to upset the blessing. He can't stop the will of the Most High. He knows he's going to be destroyed. He knows he's going to fall from power eventually. Okay. All he wants to do now is try to control the narrative until that happens. So that's what he's out to do. That's what he's doing right now. Okay. He's trying to still gain control of the narrative, but he's lost control of it because now the people are asking questions. All of these Edomite devils wanted the people to do is go to work every day, pay your bills, and stop asking questions. Okay? Everybody's asking questions. The internet is filled with people asking all kinds of questions. They just tried to set Sam Altman's mansion on fire. They threw Molotov cocktails at his house trying to burn the motherfucker down. Sam Altman's in control of Oracle and OpenAI, right? They was trying to kill his ass, burn him out.
and then all these warehouse fires and just being destroyed. I think we had one. I might be wrong, but I think we had one here in Wichita. If not, I think it was in Kansas City, an Amazon warehouse. And but hey, the narrative, hey, Esau, it would have been easier. It would be easy for you to control the narrative and have these people be asleep still if you didn't uh take away these jobs, make it hard for people to get jobs.
Right,
Hey, people have this, they got all this free time because they can't get a job now.
right,
What are they doing with that free time? They're on the internet, on TikTok. They're going to, even if they don't have internet, they go to Panera Bread and they use the internet or the YMCA. They hop on TikTok and they find out the information, and people got time now. Or they're at their homie's house. He
right.
got internet.
You see what I'm saying?
People, hey, the truth is flourishing, man. Because
Right.
people got this free time now, man.
Read it, read it. What is it? Second Ezra, chapter 6, verse
Favorite precept.
27.
Second Ezra's.
Yep, Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 27, I think.
Oh, we're bringing this one at 6:27. It says, "For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which hath been so long without fruit, shall be declared."
And that's what's going on, man. The truth is being declared, okay, by the righteous men who've been standing on street corners, risking their lives and their freedom to rehearse the righteous acts, which is to fear God and keep his commandments. We're doing the best we can. We can't keep the commandments perfectly. It's impossible. Okay. The commandments were originally written, okay, in order to point out the wickedness of the Israelites, where they were going wrong. Okay. But they had no way in order to be redeemed back to the Most High because they would continue to go off worshiping these false gods and idols. Okay. So the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah sent his only begotten son, okay, to shed his blood once, not over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, to cover the blood of the elect here in these last days and their ability or inability to keep the law perfect. Okay, that's what that blood was shed. It was not shed for all nations on the face of the earth. That's a lie. That's been pushed out by supersessionism and replacement theology, where these Edomite Caucasians have been going throughout all the earth telling a goddamn lie, saying that they replaced the Israelites because the Israelites have been lost.
And even King James himself said, the translation, it isn't perfect, and it's going to be in the future a better translation, or where they fall short of. Him and his authors fell short of. Hey, there has to be a better translation, man. And hey, the Lord is having that better translation happen right now through His prophets, man.
Right. All we're doing was just breaking down what the biblical scriptures actually mean.
What do most of us speak? We speak
Most of these,
we speak English.
Yeah.
That's why the Lord put the Spirit on King James, which was this English speaker, all right, to make the King James English Bible, man. Okay?
they even got controversy about King James. Anything to hide the fucking truth. King James was a black man, but they say he was a white man who was gay. Get the fuck out of here, man. I give up. You Edomite devils have to be stopped. You have to be stopped, man.
Did King James know that 100, not 100, but a few, like 400, 500 years later, all right, that the majority of the world would be speaking what, English? No, he didn't, man. But the Lord did. That's why the Lord used King James, one of his men, all right, which we believe he's one of the elect. You know, he has to be one of the elect, man.
Right, man. Who would put it on the mind of a king to expound on the Holy Scriptures and spread it into the entire world so everybody would have an opportunity to reach that gospel? The whole book, all of the books of the Apocrypha.
What does Mexico, China, the Arabs, and all these countries outside of America, what do they make sure their students learn? They make sure they learn English, okay? All right. And no, that doesn't mean God and Jesus are the true names of the Lord. No, that just means, hey, the Lord he met you in the middle. Just as the Lord met us Israelites in the middle with his son. You know, he gave us his son, and he was bruised. All right. The Lord was pleased with him being afflicted. All right. Okay. He did the right, he shed his blood for to be that middle ground, that propitiation between us and the most high, man. All right. You know, the Lord made it easy for the Israelites to repent and get right. You know, but hey, but even in the when it goes to like, hey, we're out here making videos. All right, we got visuals out here for you, Jakes. You know, because we're visual creatures. The Lord is making it easy for you people to get the truth.
Right. The Most High made it. Hell, He used me to make all these pictures.
And this was not
because I know our people are visual learners, man. They don't get it unless they can actually visualize it and see it in their head. Then they might get it.
This was what the brother did. All right, it is a laborious, expensive thing for for the brother to do, man. Hey, well, each sign costs how much? 100 some odd dollars.
Yeah, each sign of these costs let's see, the wood costs what was it, $40, and then the plastic, the cellophane on the outside of it, what do you call this plastic? I forgot.
Plexiglass.
Plexiglass. Each sheet of plexiglass cost me $48.
Expensive.
Okay, you got two on each side, and then you got the picture, getting the picture printed out, and each picture's $35. And it's two on each side. So you take the number that I just said, $48, $20 for the wood, $48 for the plexiglass, okay, and then you got the woods and the screws, which is an extra $6, okay, and then you got the picture for $35. Okay, add them up and multiply that times two for each one. And we got, I don't know, about 24, 25 of these out here. How much money was that? I don't mind.
Mhm.
I really don't. Most high Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Hey, you kids need to get ready, man. Okay, y'all need to get ready for World War III. It's gonna get bad. I know school is out, spring break, but y'all need to tell y'all parents what's really going on, man. Okay.
The Lord's coming. Be ready. All right.
But definitely not the pedophile version of the Lord.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not that one. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, not that one. See,
Yeah, see, people are waking up, man. You heard that, definitely not the pedophile version of the Lord. That's the Edomite Caucasian they call Jeepers Cross, right? And his true name is Cicero Borgia. He's simply an image of what they portray of what the Son of God looks like. It's just an image.
Yeah.
Okay, but they say that they're not supposed to set up false images. You see, this is the wickedness and the hypocrisy of these goddamn Edomites, man. That's the reason why they have to be taken out of power, man. Okay, the Most High is going to do it. It ain't going to be us. We ain't going to bust a grape in a fruit fight. We ain't got no weapons against these sons of bitches. Every white man, a white woman, that walk past here got a gun, and they are proficient at using it. It is their spiritual power from God that they have the ability to kill, man, with efficiency.
Yeah.
If they ain't never picked up a gun in their life, they'll shoot it in somebody's direction, and they will drop.
Hey, that vocab Malone when he was on that podcast or that show, and he had that Jake saying, "I'm more scared of of a black man than any white man." Hey man, get out of here, man. I'm more scared of a white man than a black man.
Oh yeah, I'm scared to fucking death of white dudes because they got white privilege, white supremacy on their team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They could claim Karen bullshit. A man can claim, oh, that nigger, he did this, he did that. The people that are the oppressor or the overseers, these officers, most of them are white. So right then, they're on the same page. You see how that works? So, and me being a minority, I'm the bad guy right away. I ain't busting a grape in a fruit fight. I got a Bible in my hand. How the fuck am I killing somebody? How am I going to hurt somebody? It didn't make any sense. But they'll tell a lie and get away with it. A good 50% of the so-called blacks and Latinos are in prison now for being serving prison time for false accusation, false rape. They said some shit back in the 40s, in the 70s and 80s that somebody raped them, and the cops some guy walking home, okay, from playing video games at the mall, they pick him up and say he raped somebody, okay, without any definitive proof, right? And incarcerate him and put him in prison for 40 goddamn years.
Oh, you look like the suspect that we're looking for. So
That's these Edomite Caucasian devils, man.
And you never see him ever again. And then 50 years later, they're like, oh, this guy that we put in prison for not actually doing what he did, he was innocent and he's already dead. I
Right.
think that on TikTok. Oh, he wasn't actually doing.
He didn't actually do it. He didn't actually commit the crime. We found the person that actually committed the crime, but okay, check this out now.
Since he's
Now check out. Yeah, look out, watch out, brother.
lucky.
Yeah, you see the Edomite Caucasians. They were shook about the signs down here with Jesus cross. Hold on, let me get it.
I put the one that was right here. I put it right next to right next to that one.
That's what they took. Chapter 3, verse 40.
They bring it down here.
Wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. And then it shows you a depiction of white folks whitewashing history.
Mm-hmm.
You see, you have a picture of Yahushua as a black man, and they whitewashed it over with white Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they see Miriam and the baby Jesus as black people, and they whitewashed it with a white woman. Right? This is the image. This is the devil. This image is not biblical, right? Jesus is a Negro, not a white man. And it gives you biblical scriptures where to go look.
That little Edomite girl saying that picture's disgusting. Well, I guarantee you, all she was looking at was this, and she didn't read any of that.
She didn't read any of it.
Because if she would have read,
she was offended by the image. But I mean, that's the image her ancestors set up.
Yeah.
And then they said that was a long time ago. Get over it. Fuck you. We're gonna see when you get put in chains, you Edomite Caucasian sons of bitches. We're gonna see if you get over it, faggot. Revelation chapter 1, verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice the sound of many waters. Which of these images fit the description?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then it says identity theft on the motherfucking Edomites. So he's pissed off. Then it gives you the real name of the name of the Father and the name of the Son. These Edomite devils can't get that shit, man. They was taught Jeepers crossed and that blue-eyed, long-haired faggot. Paul the Apostle himself said, doesn't nature itself tell you that it is a shame for a man to have long hair? Long hair is a covering for the woman, not the man. But then they put up this image of a goddamn gay homosexual white man with long hair. That a bitch.
Mm-hmm. And he always every Christian church and every all you see is that Jesus Christ, the Son of God, with long flowing hair.
Yeah,
I think it's right here. I think
I just moved.
move back. Okay.
Yeah, man. I mean, these Edomites, man, their hypocrisy pisses me all the way fucking off, man. And they tell me, man, you need to stop cussing so much. Use a little bit more tact. Is that a bitch? What tact? You think these motherfuckers got some tact? They're going to tactfully hang my ass from a fucking tree. Oh, is that enough tact for you? A bitch. Lamentations chapter 1, verse 22. Let all their wickedness come before thee, and do unto them as thou hast done unto me. For all my transgressions, for all my sides are many, and my heart is faint. Okay? Person gets sick and tired of these Edomite Caucasian devils, man. Right? Amos chapter 1, verse 11. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, he did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. And all of these Edomite devils, they talk about God loves everybody. He forgive any sin. but you still have a perpetual hatred for your brother.
Mhm.
You hate black people. You hate Latinos. No reason, just goddamn because.
Hate yourself, man.
You know, you hate yourself because of what your ancestor did. Your ancestor, Esau Edom, is the one that fucked you out of immortality in the kingdom of heaven. He sold immortality in the kingdom of heaven for a fucking pot roast, man. These Edomite devils, when they hear that, they bust out laughing. But then when they think about it, damn, if you put deer meat with vegetables in a pot with water, put it in an oven, in 2.5, 3 hours, what you got? A deer meat pot roast. It's succulent. It's juicy. Right? Esau Edom, that motherfucker couldn't wait that long. Hell, he wanted raw meat right there on the spot. Didn't even clean it. And he sold immortality in the kingdom of heaven for a pot roast. And the Most High made him keep his word. When his brother Jacob said, sell me then today this thy birthright. What has this birthright do to me, right? And Esau sold his birthright to his brother Jacob, right? That's history. And these Edomite devils are trying to win that back to birthright by default through rape, murder, and pillage of God's chosen people. By moving our landmarks, changing our name, calling us niggers, beaners, spicks, wetbacks, Uncle Tomahawks, and any other goddamn racial pivot that these Edomite Caucasians can come up with. That's the wickedness of these fucking animals, man. They drink blood, they rape little underage children, they hang black people from a fucking tree for fun, for sport. I got pictures on the other side of here. They hung Latinos and Mexicans. They don't give a fuck. These Edomite Caucasians, you get mad at us for pointing it out. Well, you gonna get us in trouble by the white man. They're gonna kill you anyway, goddammit. Open the book of Luke chapter 19, verse 43 and 44. I'll prove that they're gonna kill you anyway in the gospel of the New Testament. No problem. Because they sure gonna kill you anyway. They don't care.
Book 19 and 21. This is for I fear thee, because thou art an austere man.
No. Luke chapter 19, verse 43.
43. Sloppy.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. New Testament. This is what they're gonna do to you.
It says, for the day shall come upon thee that thine enemies shall cast a trench about thee and compass thee round and keep thee in on every side.
Right. They're gonna keep you in on every side. Under martial law, they're gonna keep you in your neighborhood. They got military around and police around your neighborhood on every block. If you try to leave, you have to go through a checkpoint. If you don't have the proper identification, you'll be pulled to the side, asked to step out of your vehicle, and they got a smart guillotine right there. In America, they have over 30,000 smart guillotines. What the hell does America need with 30,000 smart guillotines and 4.5 billion rounds of hollow point ammunition? Why do they need that for against their own citizens? Their own citizens ain't got the testicular fortitude to fight back.
Yeah.
Okay? They just want to live their life. They don't want to fight back. They don't want to rebel against the government. You see? And then when we try to explain to you what they're going to do, how they're going to do it, you think we're lying. They're going to entrench you around about on every side and lay you down as the ground. Continue reading.
So,
On every side.
okay. And compass thee round and keep thee in on every side, and shall lay thee even with the ground.
The only way they can lay you even with the ground is to shoot you to death.
Yeah. Which means, hey, lay you even to the ground. What happened? What? You're not going to be sleeping. You're going to be spiritual. You're going to be asleep. You're going to be dead. Okay, unalive. Okay, that's the time that's coming, man. The great pulling. All right, that's what they call it.
Yeah, culling. Culling.
The harvest.
The definition of culling means that they unalive a certain amount of individuals at a certain time.
The harvest is ripe. All right.
Right. That's what the Lord said.
The Lord's talking about your wickedness, or the judgment, the recompense of not just Esau, our enemies' wickedness, but our own people's wickedness, man. Because hey, the judgment shall start at the house of Yasharallah, Jerusalem. Okay, first. We're seeing it. Okay, these are just the beginning stages, man. Matthew 24, man.
Yep.
Okay?
We're just at the beginning stages. This is the beginning of sorrows. Open up and read it, brother. Come on. There you go.
Let's go, guys. Hey, how you doing? No, we're good. Thank you.
Yeah, man, we're not into Jehovah's Witness, man. That's Jehovah's Witness.
No, we're not witnesses.
Okay,
We're not witnesses, actually. Christian, regular Christians.
okay, that's fine. Well,
we
in
believe
the name of Christianity, raped, murdered, and killed the indigenous population of people that were here and called them savages, put them on reservations, and told them that they discovered America. So, yeah, keep Christianity.
Oh, you guys are not Christians?
No, the true Christians are Israelites.
Not regular.
Okay,
We're true.
the true Christians are Israelites. Slavery for the Israelites, man. Pay attention to the picture. You're not paying attention, goddammit. Okay, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Nobody can fit the biblical prophecies concerning the Holy Scriptures but us, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You don't want to accept that. You go through the Egyptian captivity, Assyrian captivity, the Babylonian captivity, the Persian captivity, the Grecian captivity is where the Christianity is traded.
She said she's Jewish.
Up between that and what's it, Greco-Roman captivity, right? Then you have the American captivity. We're in the American captivity right now to this day. I can't go buy a passport.
What does the word Jewish mean?
Right.
It's a group of people that are Jews.
Well, you're looking at it. I'm a Jew. He is from Jerusalem. I'm a Jew. Okay, from the tribe of Judah. The only way you can be from the tribe of Judah is you have to be a Negro. Sorry. Okay. Remember, King Solomon died, and his kingdom was split between his son and the captain of his armies. Jeroboam was captain of his armies that went into the Assyrian captivity. Okay, and Judah went into the Babylonian captivity. Israel has been split ever since. They used what do you call it, the Willie Lynch doctrine. Under the Willie Lynch doctrine, what they did was that allowed us to be against him and against us. So-called Mexicans. Okay.
I'm not from it, but
Do you know any of your so-called Mexican heritage?
We have that
No,
same
you don't.
statue.
See, that's what I mean. You don't even know where you're from.
thank you.
Which statue?
We have that same statue.
Well, okay, this is a picture of a statue.
Right.
Okay. Well, the Grecian captivity is where where the uncircumcision and the circumcision were created. Okay, if you go to the book of First Maccabees, chapter 41, Antiochus Epiphanes, okay, who was one of the evil, wicked root from the four generals, which are the Grecian captivity after the death of Alexander the Great. You had Lysanias, Cassander, Ptolemy, and Seleucid. Under the Seleucid Empire, you had Antiochus Epiphanes. Under him, he said that by draconian law, if anyone was rehearsing or practicing to be a Jew or to be an Israelite, they were to be put to death. The Grecian captivity lasted for close to 400 years. So 400 years of being oppressed, you're going to start to believe that you're a Greek. You're going to teach your children that they're Greek, just like our parents taught us that we're American Negroes. Yeah, see? They don't want to know about the history.
You're Jewish.
See, the history uncovers that bullshit.
Jewish means you're like a Jew. You're not in the actual thing. She says she's Jewish. Okay.
Whatever.
She's she's Jewish.
Well, if she's Jewish, then she's an Amalekite, by definition.
Because that's what they're the only people on earth that call themselves Jewish.
Right?
We're not Jewish, but the brother right here isn't. He's not a Jewish person. He's Jew. He's the actual
Right.
Jew.
Now, either you're going to be a Jew or you're not. There's no ish. There's no in between.
And she probably doesn't even know that the word Jew goes back to the tribe of Judah.
She don't know that. You see all the question marks popped up on her face? Come out here with that goddamn bullshit trying to push Jesus Christ.
He said,
Keep that shit.
He said, he's like,
Nobody give a fuck about that Peckerwood. Fuck him.
he's like,
Fucking, they pushed and changed the face of the true face of the Son of God by biblical description from a black man to a white man with long flowing hair. And then they give more credit to Paul the Apostle, and Paul the Apostle tell them it is a shame for a man to have long hair. But then they push a false God, okay, that allows them to do whatever the fuck they want to do with long hair, who happens to be a gay homosexual. Sister Ray Boys at the image state push is Jesus Christ, okay, is a gay homosexual white man. His boyfriend was Leonardo da Vinci. That's the reason why you have such a pretty picture of this long-haired faggot. Okay? And then they get mad about it when I break it out and break it down to them.
He's an actual beast.
What I'm supposed to do? I'm supposed to be a nice guy. I ain't never known a prophet that was a nice guy.
Mhm.
Nehemiah would kick your ass, pull your hair out, and body slam you if you didn't return it to the Lord.
Brothers actually being nice to you, man. All right, he's actually showing, hey, you know, and even then, that was love. You know,
Right. And then he was only preaching to the Israelites. He wasn't preaching to everybody. We're out here trying to find Israelites amongst these heathen because our people has intermingled their seed line amongst the heathen. Look, see, Jehovah's wickedness.
peace went. Hey, there ain't gonna be no peace.
Right. Okay, Isaiah chapter 57, verse 21. There is no peace, saith the Lord, to the wicked.
That's what it says on the thing.
Right. Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. Check this shit out, man. Jehovah's Witness. Jehovah's Witness, man. They're going out there worshiping Sister Ray Borgia, a goddamn gay homosexual white man with blonde hair and blue eyes. That's their God. That's their God.
And that guy was like, hey, because he said, oh, so you got, they're black Hebrew Israelites. I'm like, I'm not black. And
Right.
I'm like, but the brother ain't black either. He's just a
Okay.
dark shade of brown.
Black is brings an evil and wicked connotation because the definition of black means evil, wicked, dark, foreboding. Okay, that's what black means by definition in a dictionary in a college or a library. So, in order to escape the truth of the individuals that are preaching the truth of the Holy Gospel, they put a moniker or title of Black Hebrew Israelite. What the fuck does that mean? Is there white Hebrew Israelites? Black and white are social constructs that were created by these Edomite devils in 1618 in order to push white supremacy and white privilege to start with. That's where the bullshit started in 1618. These people don't know anything about their history. They're just going off what the fuck they was told. That's it. That's the reason why I get pissed off and start cussing their ass the fuck out because they ain't doing the study and diligence that I did. I went to go read books. I can actually read. Okay? These Edomite devils don't read. They got a goddamn computer keypad now. They don't have to read. See? And they be pissing me off with this stupid shit, man. And you get mad about it. Okay?
He was like, well, you're not black, but he is. And I'm like, that's kind of racist. And then he's like, well, hey, bro, I'm Mexican. I'm like, oh, I'm not Mexican. I'm an Israelite. Then he was about to be like, oh, so you're from Jerusalem? You're from Israel? And then I'm like, no, it's through the spirit. And these Christians, as spiritual as they claim themselves to be, they're not spiritual, man.
Right.
All right. Yeah, of course I was born here, but it doesn't mean I'm an American. I'm American by birth, but through the spirit, all right, I'm an Israelite, and that your spirit is carried through your bloodline.
Right.
Okay.
The spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets. The spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. And then children, then heirs according to the promise. See, we try to keep these biblical scriptures burned in our heart and our mind. So this way, in happenstance, we don't have a Bible, we can still spout the biblical scriptures pertaining to whatever conversation these Edomite Caucasians come up with. Because they're the devil. That's the thing they do. They try to cover up dirt. Cover up wickedness.
These Christians,
that's what they've always done. They don't know how to do anything else.
These Christians they're like, okay, and they're carnally. That's why they always judge us carnally. They call us black Hebrew Israelites. They claim they're always trying to claim that we're racist, but really that's all they want us to be racist when we're not. Hey, I'm an Israelite because my spirit is an Israelite, man. I have a spirit. Hey, if you talk to me, you're gonna find out I'm an Israelite. Right. I have the spirit of an Issacharite, man.
Right, man. See, this is a spiritual battle. Christian Church, Jehovah's Witness, Catholics do not understand that this is a spiritual battle, a spiritual uphill battle at a 45-degree angle with axle grease on roller skates for those that believe. I could have tried because we're going against the grain of the world, of what the grain of the world was about. Paul possibly against the grain of the world, they decapitated him. Peter went against the grain of the world, they crucified him upside down. Simon Zealous was against the world. Okay, they set him in a boiling oil and stretched it and tarred and feathered the man.
Son of the Most
Okay.
High, Yahweh Shai said, "Pray not for the world." And what they do to him, they crucified him. All right, they whipped the flesh off his back. You know, they,
Right.
we know what they did to Yahweh Shai. You know, and
They know what they did too, and how the fuck they going to try to ask for forgiveness when the Son of the Most High gets here? He is not going to forgive anybody but his elect. Those that the Most High Yahweh gave him out of the world, like it says in John chapter 17, verses 5 through 11. Those elect individuals that he gave out of the world to his only begotten Son are the only ones that are going to be saved in the reincarnation here in these last days. Everybody else is going to be left here and melted. Malachi chapter 3, verse 6. I am the Lord thy God, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. Numbers chapter 23, verse 19. The Son of the Most High is not a man that he should lie, neither is he the Son of Man that he should repent. Hath he not said, and shall he not do it? Right? Shall he not make it good? Right? Go to what is it? Second Ezra. What is it, man? I was right there. Okay, yeah. We'll go to Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 7. Because clearly these Edomite devils don't get it. And they get mad at me. Oh, he's a black Hebrew Israelite. Don't listen to him. He's racist. The definition of racism simply one who advocates that his race or his people to be above all others. What does the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6 tell you? Okay. Let me get it.
hey, I remember my dad when Mark Sanchez was popping back in 2009, 2010, the Jets. He's like, yeah, Mark Sanchez. He was a big Mark Sanchez fan because he was Mexican and he was he was a good quarterback. And my dad was a big Sanchez fan because he was Mexican. And my dad said, I'm not racist. My dad's a big old Christian, not now, but he used to be a big old Christian. And I'm just like, my dad, that you're you don't know that you're racist, but righteously, you're for your people. All right, there's nothing wrong with being for your people.
Right. That's all we're doing is we're advocating our race to be, which is the race of the Hebrew Israelites, to be above all nations on the face of the earth. This is a biblical scripture that'll back it up. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people. Above all people. Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. That's above Edom. That's above Ishmael. That's above the Philistines. That's above Moab. That's above Ammon. That's above the Hagarenes. That's above the Egyptians. That's above the Assyrians. That's above the Babylonians. That's above the Medo-Persians. That's above the Grecians. That's above the Hamites, the Canaanites, the Japheth, Togarmah, and the Americans and the Romans. These Edomite Caucasians are proud of the Grecian and Roman captivity. They're proud to be related to Greeks and Romans because in their eyesight, they believe that, they brought peace and posterity when all they did was they brought rape, murder, and bloodshed, the conditions of hell and of death, and they can't be satisfied. That's what they did during the Grecian rule and the Roman rule. And they brought false gods and idols and forced the Israelites to worship false gods and idols by draconian law. And if they didn't worship the false gods back then, which was Serapis Christus, aka Jesus Christ, right? Same God, different name, different reality. That's all it was. They did nothing but change the name. They did the same thing to us as the Israelites of the Holy Bible. They changed our name from the tribe of Judah to a bunch of niggas, right? From the tribe of Jerusalem and Israel to Indians and Mexicans. That's all they did was change our name. That's what they don't like.
It says that.
You know, they're going to continue to believe that Cesare Borgia, a long, gay, homosexual white man, okay, by the name of Jesus Christ, is going to float down from heaven in a rapture in a dress and tell them how much they love him, right? How the fuck are you going to love a race of people that rape, murders, and pillage indigenous population of people that have no ability to fight back? How are you going to say that you love an indigenous population of people, okay, that all they know is rape, murder, and pillage? Genocide. You mean to tell me Jesus Christ loved these motherfuckers? Get out of here, man. Okay? This is the wickedness of these devils, man. And they go throughout the entire earth pushing a fucking lie, man. If you don't believe in Jesus Christ, then you're not a Christian. Fuck you. The only way you can be a Christian is you have to be an Israelite. The only way you can be a spiritual Israelite, okay, is you have to be an Israelite by blood. Okay, let me go to Romans, since you don't believe that.
And he was like, she's a Jew. She's Jewish. Oh, don't the Jewish. And she should be spitting on your ass according to their beliefs, man. All right,
Right.
that's what they believe. They believe in spitting on Christians. I should find that out. Like, do you know that they call you Goya? You know, you know, you're a lesser human being. All right.
Right. But she don't get that either because she don't understand. She didn't study that. See, these Edomites don't study to show themselves approved unto the Most High. These Edomite Caucasians, not only do they not study, but they don't seek out of the book of the Lord and read it for themselves. They go to church and pay somebody to tell them a goddamn lie so they can feel good about the evil and wickedness that they do. Okay? Romans chapter 9, verse 1. I say the truth in Hamashiach, I lie not. My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Spirit, that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach for my kinsmen, my brethren, according to the flesh. So you see, you have to be according to the flesh. You have to be an Israelite by blood to be a spiritual Israelite. You have to be, in order to be a Christian, you have to be an Israelite by blood, because by default, the only people that can be Christians are Israelites. Okay? That's what they don't understand at Christian church. They're going to continue to believe that a goddamn white man with long flowing hair of a bitch is going to float down from heaven and tell them a lie. I love you no matter what you do, okay? So it's okay for you to go over there and fuck some little boy in the ass, bust a nut, cut his throat, throw him into a vat of sulfuric acid to get rid of the evidence, and then go to church the next goddamn Sunday, right? Huh?
Donald Trump. We talking about you, man. All right. And what's his name? Palm Beach Pete. You know, we're talking about you. All right.
Yeah, Pete Heggs, Keg's breath,
And you know who I'm
a
talking
recovering alcoholic.
Yeah, you too. You know who I'm talking about? Palm Beach Pete. Jeffrey.
Oh,
Epstein.
yeah.
He's still alive, man.
Yeah, we seen videos of Jeffrey Epstein. That motherfucker's still alive. He got long flowing hair like a bitch. With a beard now, with shades. He's surrounded by IDF soldiers everywhere he goes.
Like, go on YouTube or TikTok, type in Palm Beach Pete. You'll be like, oh, that's Jeffrey.
Yeah.
He just he lost some weight on his face.
That's it.
You know, he changed his voice. All right.
Okay. And then he's back in the land of Israel, right? So you can claim Judaism and you'll be covered for rape, murder, pillage. They'll just kick you out of the country and send you back home.
Yeah, you could literally Google or look this shit up, man. We're not lying. All right. A lot of pedos here in America. All right. Where do they go? They go to the land of Israel. All right. As a safe haven.
Right. And convert to Judaism. And the land of Israel is a safe haven, a haven for pedophiles.
Oh, you guys are crazy. Look it up, man. You know, we ain't lying, man. All right, this ain't fake news.
The vast majority of the pedophiles are so-called white people. Yeah. Get that shit.
Yeah.
That's the so-called, those are the pedophiles, not us. If you pull up pedophilia on the YouTube search engine, you're going to pull up thousands of videos of white people. Carrying motherfucking teeth. Okay? who are Israelites, kinsmen, my brethren, according to the flesh. So like I said before, you can't be a Christian unless you are an Israelite according to the flesh. Remember, Paul and Barnabas were first called Christians at Antioch. Before then, they were called Israelites. Okay?
My kinsmen, according to the
Wow, man. You people, anybody can be a Christian. That's the same Judaism bullshit. That's the same goddamn thing. You know, if you get caught in pedophilia in America or in any other country, just say that you're a Jew and they'll kick you out before you even get any charges. All the charges will be dropped. They'll put you on a fucking plane.
Oh, you can't be black or Latino. You can't be brown though. You have to be white.
You got to be a white person. Okay, you got to prove that your mother is a Jew, which is a lie. This is a patriarchy. It has absolutely nothing to do with a matriarchy, with the woman's pussy hole. A woman is just a vessel. That's her permanent position for all time because she betrayed the Son of the Most High God.
Yeah. Right, Eve.
Right? Was not Adam the Son of God? She betrayed him. So that's his punishment. For us to work forever and for the woman to have to die in the pain of childbirth.
Yep.
That's all she is forevermore, is a vessel to push out kids. She has no more importance spiritually or biblically other than that.
These animals.
Go read the book of Ruth. Go read the book of Judith. Go read the book of Esther. Then, since you all advocate for women's rights, women's lib, you're going to find out that they have no more spiritual importance, okay, than to be used as a vessel. That's it. Fuck it.
A servant unto a man. They were created for the man, not the man for the woman. Which, hey, you people are like, you people think that's a evil and wicked thing. Hey, that's actually a righteous and beautiful thing that the Lord did that. You know, all you women have to do is serve your man, and that's it. You know, you don't have to be out here prophesying. You know, all right, all right. Hey, we have to work, and we have to work. You know, you women, all you have to do is just be a good woman to your man. That's it. You know, the Lord ain't expecting you to be studying every day. You know, coming out here prophesying for three hours on the weekend. You know, doing videos every day, and on top of that, working. Hey, Slakia, just
It's all good, man.
go ahead.
Romans chapter 8, verse 5. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. That's what the brother Yakal was trying to explain to his fellow Latino Mexican, right? Well, I'm a Mexican too. I'm a Mexican too.
Hey, I could be from the tribe of Benjamin.
You see? You know, the brother, he's right.
I could be.
He might look like an Issacharite on the outside, but he might be from the tribe of Asher.
Yeah.
Asher looks like Mexicans. He might be from the tribe of Zebulon.
Naphtali.
Naphtali. Manasseh.
Gad.
What the fuck?
You know?
See?
That's
people judge by what you look like on the outside, not the person on the inside. That's what I'm reading.
And that proves to you Christians. Like vocab, all right. I always say that you Christians are surface level. You Christians are actually the ones that judge, all right, on the judge our skin and our appearance.
Right.
We're judging your spirit, man. All right. Hey, hey, man. All right. If this ain't the truth, it is the truth, man. All right, you Christians are through, man.
Right. They through, and they know it.
You're hypocrite.
Romans 8, chapter 5. Yep, and these Christians are hypocrites. They're hypocrites, man. They don't abstain from the pollutions of the world. The pollution of the world is to abstain from all things in the world: drugs, alcohol, prostitution, adultery. Okay, you think they're gonna do that? No. They enjoy it. They love having a goddamn pork chop sandwich. The Son of God put evil spirits in pork forever, and that they love it.
They love celebrating Christmas, birthdays, all these other holidays.
Yeah.
Right? Worshiping these other gods. Go ahead, Arthur.
Romans 8, verse 5. For they that are after the flesh mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. Verse 6. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. And they hate the fact that we have life coming to us, immortality in the kingdom of heaven on earth, as it is in heaven above, right? Okay. And we have peace. We have peace of mind, knowing through hope which is faith that we are of the elect. They don't have that hope. They hope that they can be a good Christian, and they think that they're going to walk into the kingdom of heaven by works. Faith without works is dead, being alone. So you're going to have one or the other. You can't have them both unless you are an Israelite. By blood. That's what they don't get. They think anybody can do it.
Blood is inside of you. All right, your blood is more closer to your spirit than your skin is to your spirit. You know, and how do you know your blood is an Israelite? And you know, oh, because your skin is brown, you look like no. That's not how you do it, man. You're
Right.
supposed to judge the spirit.
They judge a book by its cover. They don't read the contents. That's what I'm reading. They judge books by their cover.
This is the
Oh, you're black, so you ain't right. Ain't that a bitch who taught you that lie? Is that what you see? Every time a white man does some evil or wickedness, that's okay. What if he come and take your kids from you and they disappear? You ain't gonna find them in a black man's house. You ain't gonna find them in a Latino's house. You find them in the basement of a white man's house. You black though, but that motherfucker gets a free pass, right? Romans chapter 8, verse 7. Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High. So you can't say you're a Christian and walk right off into the kingdom of heaven based on works. Well, I fed the hungry. I fed the poor. I did this. I did that. Says the same thing in I think it's Matthew 25. Right? You know, when was it when we fed the hungry and we didn't do this, we didn't do that? When you did the least of these things, you did them not unto me. And the Lord said you will be cast out into utter darkness with gnashing of teeth. In other words, he's going to leave your ass here to melt you.
Because if that was the case, that would be you being saved by your works, you know?
You can't be saved by works. You must be saved by faith, because this is a spiritual connotation, a spiritual exhortation to our people. Okay, it's not out to all of these Edomite Caucasians that think that they wear a three-piece suit with a tie and they're upright in society. Look at Donald Trump. Donald Trump wears a three-piece suit and a tie, but that motherfucker got 34 counts of rape, pedophilia, and violated 34 felony counts. And y'all voted for this goddamn criminal. Right? And then you got nerve enough to get mad when everything don't go your way? You voted for this son of a bitch. So what did you mad at us for? For pointing it out?
What's the problem? You know, how be the problem? No.
Your leadership is the problem. That's the reason why it's hard to find a job. Okay? That's the reason why your children come up missing. Okay? You can't blame a so-called black man for that shit. They're too busy killing each other.
Finding a job. Shit.
Okay? So how you gonna blame us? We're not in control of anything. We don't run no goddamn government. You Edomite Caucasians run the government. You Edomite Caucasians run the banking system. That's the reason why there's not enough money to pay the fucking light bill. You gotta rob Peter to pay Paul to figure out how you gonna pay your rent this month. What about the car payment? What about the car insurance?
About the billions of dollars every year that America sends to Israel out of your taxpayer dollars, taxpayer-paying dollars, man.
They send $10 billion a year, or $3 billion a year for 80 years to Israel.
It's a problem when black people, all right, use these benefits, all right. But when the Jews, all right, use these benefits, oh, it's okay. They're the Jews. But
Right.
You black people, you welfare babies, hey, you guys need to get a job or go back to Africa.
Right.
Like, what the hell?
And then you got those Hasidic Jews, those individuals that call themselves Jews and are not. Get that sign down there with the Hasidic Jews on the back of it, the frauds. That one down there, yeah. Bring it down here. I want to show them something.
This one.
This is what is called a Hasidic Jew. Okay?
Hey, look at
These individuals are the greatest welfare recipients in America today. Not the blacks, not the whites, not the Latinos, not the Indians. These are the greatest recipients of welfare on the face of the earth. If you're wondering why your welfare is getting cut, it's because they're getting all the fucking money. They got one wife, two wives, three wives, and got 12 kids apiece.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well,
They get a check every fucking year for each child.
but when a black, when the blacks have that many kids, oh, they stop giving you uh welfare checks. Yeah, I think it's 8. The limit's 8 or something like that.
Yeah, the limit is like 8,000, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But these devils, they get 8,000 per child. If each one of these monkeys that you see on this picture in front of you got 6, 7 kids apiece, that means every month they getting anywhere between 5 and 6 grand per child, per household. Okay? These Hasidic Jews, these motherfuckers are the greatest welfare state on the planet. And they're getting all your money. Your tax money goes to the state, and the state gives your tax money to these animals. Okay? These individuals, they partake in incest.
Yeah.
Most of those children are incest babies they got.
Yeah.
They're retarded, they're born blind,
You can see it
they're
in their
crippled.
face.
They get a check for every goddamn thing that goes wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get a dime. You get put out in the street. Then they goes to these Hasidic Jews and give them your house for free.
Yeah, they push uh Jakes are out of their neighborhoods. All right, and they set up their Jewish neighborhoods.
Right.
Right.
We do research on these Edomite Caucasians. These are Amalekites.
Mm-hmm. Tribe of Amalek.
This is from the tribe of Amalek. These are so-called Orthodox Jews. Then you have unorthodox Jews that are laying in that land. They're not Jews at all. They're liars. They're imposters. That's the reason why it says frauds, and then it gives you a biblical scripture to go read it yourself. Right underneath it. Okay? And then you get mad because we point it out. We should be out here trying to warn our people about the incoming martial law.
That's what Yahweh Shai tells us to. He commands us to do this, man, to warn you of the abominations that be done in the midst thereof, man.
You see?
Where you Christians at? Where's vocab? Where's you people walking by?
After you get done, you can sit it down and put it back. It's all good.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
You know? You won't see vocabulary out here trying to correct the Hebrew Israelites from Great Millstone. Because I'll take his ass apart. Whatever, goddamn, I can't wait. I study every day just in case that Peckerwood shows up with his little army of niggas that he just hired. Okay? I can't wait till they show up fucking with me. I'm gonna put a test to all my knowledge because I got a notebook bag full of books. I got the Zonoman's Bible Dictionary off in there. I got the Book of Josephus in there. I can't wait. I highlighted all the pertinent information. I'm gonna go get that book, Who is Esau Edom, and have it printed out.
They should call vocab Amazon #2, man. Always hiring niggas, man. I mean, suck you, but always hiring a new set of Jakes, man.
Yeah. See, this is the wickedness of these Edomite Caucasian devils, man. These motherfuckers know who they are. They just don't want you to know who they are. So they can continue to do white privilege, white supremacy, walk all over you.
That's why that Jewish lady, I forgot who it was, all right, 5, 6 years ago, she said the biggest problem, the biggest how you say it, the biggest danger to the Jewish people is the black youth in America. What the fuck we doing, man? All right, what are they doing? All
Right. What's her name? Miriam Adelson.
That her name?
Yeah, her name is Miriam Adelson. Google Miriam Adelson. That bitch financed every president for the last 20 years. Straight out of her pocket. So okay, and she claims that she's for the Jewish state of Israel.
You know how the black youth is the biggest danger, or whatever word she used. All right, to the Jewish people. All right, it's because of the truth. It's because the truth is flourishing, man. All right, the Lord is spreading this truth throughout the whole earth, like the water on the dew of the grass, like roughly paraphrasing, man.
Right.
Right.
They spread their wickedness throughout the earth like a green bay tree. That's what they do, man. They go from continent to continent, stealing natural resources from everybody. Then they hoard it up to themselves. Then they get rich off of it, buying and selling amongst each other. And then when they run out, they'll go start a war with another country and steal some more natural resources. That's what these orange-colored bastards is doing in office.
What are they? Why are they bombing Lebanon? What Lebanon do to Israel, man? All because they're in the space of the greater Israel. We got to get
Right.
them out of there. You know, they're the greatest. Blah blah blah, man. All these lies that they've been speaking for.
That's all they
years.
know is to push a lie, man. They got the mark of the beast out here, the radio frequency identification microchip. The only way to buy and sell in the future, with by 2028, is that you have to have this chip implanted underneath your skin. If you ain't got it, you can't buy and sell nothing. But the elect, the Most High is going to move them out of the way. See, Edomite Caucasians at church, their Christian belief system, they don't teach about the elect, the remnant. Those individuals are the ones that he's coming back to save. Fuck everybody else. The Most High don't change, just like it was in the days of Lot, just like it was in the days of Noah. It's the days today. Yeah. These Edomite Caucasians walk right on by. They don't give a fuck. They got a mouth something evil to say about me right away. They mad because I got fringes with a border of blue on, with a Bible in my hand. That's what scares a white man.
Yeah.
Okay? Because I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing nothing wicked. Everything that they set up was supposed to bring us down. And as long as we're down and not knowing who we are as God's chosen people, the Israelites, they get to have complete rulership and reign over us. Now that we're waking up, they're scared. Why? They're losing their jobs. They're losing their houses. They're losing their cars. Everything. Their children are being drafted in the military.
The opioids, you know.
Right? All of the curses of Deuteronomy 28 are turning back upon them. Right? And they know it. They feel it. They see it.
They feel it in their spirit. They just don't know exactly what's going on because they don't have the eyes. They don't have the prophecies, man. We do. And
right.
We're telling it to them, telling the truth to their face. What's going to happen to them, man? All right, but they want to, call us the devil, which, hey, we're the adversary to these Edomites, man. Let it be. They're our adversary. They're the actual devil.
We know that they're the actual devil that the Bible speaks of. Nahum chapter 3, verse 1. Woe to the bloody city. That bloody city is America. Route 66 goes all the way from New York to California.
Hey, man. Hey.
Okay, one-way street. What the fuck? Two-way street. Who cares?
Hey, Las Vegas. What's the nickname for Las Vegas? Sin City. Hey, what country on earth has a city, all right, or a town named after sin? Exactly, man. Only America. Only America.
The bloody city. The reason why it's called the bloody city is because they have shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword. In the time of their calamity, which was the transatlantic slave trade, and the time that our iniquity had an end, where they set up unrighteous laws and decrees by the 14th Amendment, we violate one of their laws. They can put us back on the slave trade. They can put us back in chains and make us slaves again through the penitentiary and the jail system. Right? They set up unrighteous laws and decrees that are set up against us, to where we can't benefit in their society set up to their benefit, not ours.
That's those hidden traps and snares that this devil still lays for our people to this day, man.
Right? Traps and snares. Exactly. And we try to tell them what's going on, but our own people don't want to know it.
We're not slaves. Well, look at the penitentiary system, man. Tell me those men aren't slaves. And they got women up in there too, man.
Right. You drive on the highway and you see a bunch of guys out there on the highway. It's a van with a police truck. Those guys in that orange vest out there are slaves. Okay, they call them that's their work release program. But they're slaves. They got an overseer that sits out there in the hot sun and watches them pick up trash on the side of the highway. Slavery is not dead. They just simply rebranded it. Okay? Nahum chapter 3, verse 4. Because of the multitude of the well-favored harlot, of the mother of whoredoms and the mistress of witchcrafts, that settled the nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts. Right? What they do, they separate men from the women, like with ICE in these ICE detention facilities that are still open. They separate the men from the women from the children, right? And they use witchcraft on mainstream media to convince you through your eye, through subliminal messaging, that they shut down Alligator Alcatraz. They shut down all of this and that, but they're still behind your back opening up all these FEMA camps and tent cities that can hold anywhere between 15,000 and 40,000 people.
Hey, this devil is about to turn all of America into a big ass concentration camp here soon, man.
Right.
Through by way of the mandatory implementation of the microchip going up inside you, man. All right.
If you don't want to take the mark of the beast RFID and NFC microchip or the Elon Musk brain chip through Neuralink, you will be cut off from society. You can't buy, you can't sell, you can't travel.
They're gonna shove you in a concentration camp, and I said shove because hey, there's gonna be a point where they're not gonna have any room, so they're gonna try to behead you, unalive you, or just kick you out of society. Hey, go die out. Go die out from that goes into the scripture where the prophets are gonna be as pilgrims on the earth, man. Because hey, there's gonna be some men of Yahweh Shai is gonna who are gonna go through that situation, be pilgrims on earth, or be beheaded, or be put into prison, the concentration camps, the FEMA camps. You know, all right. Us men of Yahweh Shai, we see the future. All right, we see the outcomes that's coming. You Christians, you Americans don't. Are you everyday people outside of this? You don't see it because you're not diligently seeking Yahweh Shai daily, man. Or you're not reading on the Lord, man. You know,
Right? They don't read the Bible. These Edomite Caucasians, most of them ain't never read the Bible in their fucking life. They just live off of the premise of white privilege and white supremacy. Their mom and daddy, when they were little kids, told them that you're better than the blacks and the Latinos because you're white. They were taught that shit from childhood, man. What the fuck? Okay. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. And that through these Epstein files, that's exactly what the Most High God has done. Everybody knows what all of these Edomite Caucasians have been doing here in America. All of the upper echelons of the government. They've been raping little kids, eating little babies, drinking their blood, having sex with underage children, all kinds of shit.
we've been telling you this before the FC files were even mentioned.
Right.
The apostles and elders been telling you this, man. All right, that these wicked things being done to innocent children, have been going on for decades. This whole time, man. This is and it's still going on, man. All right, but when the white man tells you, all right, brings up that shows you the FC files. Oh, look, look, look what's going on. But when we tell you, all right, you guys are crazy. Shut the hell up. Go back to work. You guys
Yeah.
are just madmen. You got to get a job. Get some pussy. Some shit, man. All right. When we've been telling you this exact stuff this whole time, and hey, all right, before uh the Lord does what He does, or He declares it, all right, through His men, through His prophets, man. Roughly paraphrasing.
Right. You see what I'm saying? And then look, these people, that's the message that we have as to those people that you see right there. See that?
Mainly to them, man.
Mainly to them. And they don't want to hear it. They just want to go on about their life. So that man killed his woman, all his children, and his sister's kids.
Dead men,
He's going to get the blame for that shit.
dead men walking, like the scriptures say, man.
Stupid, man. Okay? The only reason why we came out here to risk everything was to tell our people that they have an unction from the Holy One of Israel. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the creator of the heavens, the earth, the sea, all that is there in the foundation of water. And they don't want to hear it. Oh, I know, man. I'm finna go, kid. Isaiah, yep, you already know where I'm headed. Let me get it. Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 8. Now go write it before them in a table and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. That this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit. They want us to prove, to prophesy that everything's going to be all right, which is a lie. This is the time of the judgment of Babylon the Great, America. It's time for these devils to lose power and to go into chains. And we're going to put their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. Like it says in the book of Psalms, chapter 149, verses 5 and 6 through 9.
That don't sound like an all right time. That sounds like hell.
That's gonna, okay, the kings and nobles are the elite.
Yeah.
The president, these prime ministers, they're the kings, their nobles are the elite, the ones with all the money, right? That don't want to share it with the population. You see? So we're going to put their kings in chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. Right?
What is it? What does that mean? These so-called white people, all right, these Edomites, all right, they're going into slavery. Okay, do you know what slavery is? All right then. Okay, so it's not everything's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right for the Israelites. All right, just not right now, because hey, we're in the time of tribulation, man.
Right. We're just at the beginning of sorrows right now.
Yeah.
What they're bitching, whining, and complaining about on TikTok, about they don't have enough money to pay this, they don't have enough money to pay that. Man, I work so hard every week. People losing their fucking mind. As the beginning of sorrows. They think the shit's bad now. Give it 6 months.
If these people are freaking out in the green tree, what about when what about when the tree's barren? You know?
Right. Okay. What are they going to do then? Okay. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 11. Get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. That's all of these Edomite Caucasians and all our people that walk down through here. Right?
Even my people, they walk there.
See them in the background? You know, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. Prophesied deceit.
They could have literally entered that entrance right through here.
Right.
But no,
they went all that way just to deliberately to avoid us.
That's not gonna hurt you.
2/3 of our people will be cut off and die on this side with thermonuclear grade fervent heat. They will be left here and melted, because whilst they had the chance and place of opportunity was open unto them, 2nd Ezra chapter 9. Let's read about 2/3 of our people. And I'll go over here to Zechariah 13 and 8. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
2nd Ezra chapter 9.
Might just start at the top.
Start at the top.
Says,
I ain't mad at you.
He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Exactly. The Most High has visited the world in which he made. There was an auburn-colored chariot that flew over the top of my house December 31st, 2017, right before 2018. The following week, when I went back to work, the first person I got in contact with was Elder Malcolm. I didn't know his telephone number to get in touch with him personally. Okay, but I put it on his comment board, and that channel they took down. That was the first person I knew to contact, man. I didn't know who else that was in the truth that would believe me. It flew over the top of my look. This is what happened. Okay. It was New Year's Eve. My wife wanted to go spend the last couple of years with her daddy. You know, he was like 87 at that time. He died when he was 89. So he lived a couple more extra years. But she wanted to go spend some time with her daddy. New Year's Eve, she bought some fireworks for her daddy. The man can't hardly move. I get it. Okay. I stayed at home and told her I wanted to read my Bible. She thought I was against her. She thought I was trying to see somebody else or some other goddamn stupid shit, which is a lie. Okay. But I stayed at home. Okay. I was listening to Amawan Abad about how Donald Trump had assassinated General Soleimani of Iran. And he was bragging about it. Right. And I was listening to a video of Amawan Abad Donald Trump bragging about the murder of General Soleimani of the Iranian resistance, right? How they used a drone and shot him to death. Him, his son, and his daughter, right? In broad daylight with a drone. Just dropped down in front of the car and shot it to pieces. Riddled it to where it looked like Swiss cheese and rose back up in the sky and took off, right? Okay, and I had this, a Bluetooth speaker outside that was calling upon Amawan Abba was kept calling upon the name of the Lord, and he was preaching in the book of Ezekiel. He went to the book of Jeremiah, right? And then, you know, I told my woman I had to use the bathroom, but she was in there taking a shower. We only had a one bathroom house, so I went outside. I only had to do the number one. So while I was outside, I was looking up on how beautiful the sky is tonight. You know what I mean? And it flew over my house. It didn't make a fucking sound. It was quiet as a church mouse, dude. I'm telling you, it was beautiful. It was like, okay, this is how I describe it. You know, back in the 1970s, about how your mama had them lamps in the corner with the electrical string that goes up to the ceiling, and it was like a spinning top shape type of lamp that was sitting in the corner. Right back in the 70s, everybody's house had one. Okay? That's what it looked like, man. It was auburn color, burnt orange, like it was fire on the inside. At the top and on the bottom, it had red and blue light, right? And it didn't make a sound. And it zoomed over the top of my house. Whoop. And I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? You know, damn near pissed on myself, ran out into the street, slipped and fell. And I watched it as it zoomed up into the sky, all over the tree line. It was over the tree line, okay, and went straight up into the sky and stopped, and then started changing colors. Went through all of the colors of the landscape. I never took my eyes off of it. Every time I look in the sky, that's what I look for. Every time. If I see a star that's extra sparkly and then start changing colors, that was the chariot that flew over my house. Straight out, man. That's my attestation. Okay, that's my testimony that the chariots of the Most High God are 20,000, even thousands of angels, and the Lord Yahweh Hamashiach is among them, as in Sinai, in the holy place, which is in the skies above us. Psalms chapter 68, verse 17. Okay, so I know for a fact that they're real. It flew over my house, fucked me up. I'm like, wow. I slipped out on the ice in the street. Bam! Never took my eyes off of it. Not one time. Hit my head on the concrete, everything. And stood up in disbelief. You know? Because I was astonished. Like, what the fuck, man? It's real. I went to go, the first book that I opened up when I ran into the house to open up the Bible, went to Ezekiel chapter 1. I ain't gonna never forget that night, man. As long as I live, I know. So whenever you get done, and Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 10 describes the chariot that I saw floating on my house, man. I was shook. I'm shook to this day still, man. And the first person I got in contact with was Elder Malcolm, man, over at GMS Maccabean Spirit. Okay? On his comment board. That was the only way I could get in touch with the brother, man. Okay? But anyway, Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that taketh counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit. They cover with that covering, which is Jehovah's Witness, Methodist, Episcopalian, Christianity, Universalist ideology, Catholic, what I say, Jehovah's Witness, Mormon, Church of Latter-day Saints, bullshit, Baptists, Pentecostalism. This is a covering, but it's not of the Spirit of the Most High. The Spirit of the Most High, the breath of life, is not in them. They're still dry bones for the majority of the most part of our people. Okay, like it says in Ezekiel chapter 37, the valley of dry bones is America. The dry bones are the Israelites that are not aware that they are the Israelites, that still go by the moniker of Mexican, nigger, black, right? Latino, Indian. These are the dry bones in Ezekiel chapter 37. Evangelical Christian church pastors can't explain it or break that down. Right to this day. That you go and ask them, they'll say, that book is sealed. Shut the fuck up. Get out of the pulpit and stop misleading these people. Teach them how to read the Bible for themselves, because we must all stand before the judgment seat of Hamashiach to give account for the things that were done in our body according to what is done, whether it be good or bad. So after you die and leave that body, you got to go give account right away. Ain't no hell. Bullshit. Which burns hotter? The Holy Spirit that is within you, called the living soul, made of energy, or a lake of fire? That would be like summertime, you going to go swimming in a swimming pool. Okay? So ain't no hell. The hell that the Bible was referring to, that these evangelical Christian churches is talking shit out the side of their neck about, okay, is the grave, where you turn to dust and ashes. Your body turns to ashes. Dust to dust, ashes to ashes. Your spirit goes back before the Most High who gave it. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 7. The dust returneth to the dust as it was again, and the spirit returneth to the Most High who gave it. It don't say nothing about rapture, and it don't say nothing about hell. You going straight to go give account for what you did in your body, whilst the place of repentance was open unto you. You had an opportunity to repent, but you blew it off. Okay? So the Son of the Most High God gonna deal with you in the ether. And then the judgment that you receive from the Most High will be back down here on the earth. Ain't nothing you can do about it. You can't escape from the war that is hell and death. Hell is the grave, and death, okay, and judgment. You can't escape. Nobody can. After we leave this body, we got to go give account. I'd rather know that and feel better about the fact after I leave this body that I stood stiffly for the name of the Lord. I spoke the 100% truth, and I didn't give a goddamn about your emotions. I told you the truth to your face, whether you were here or whether you were forbear. All that we ask you to do by trying to fully persuade you to repentance is to take the bones out of what I'm saying and eat the meat. But you ain't got the testicular fortitude to do that. See? You ain't man enough to handle it. You can't deal with the truth. America was based on a lie. And then you get mad about it when we tell you to your face how they did it, why they did it, what year they did it. We go into the history over here of how they set up all of this wickedness and evil and what they did, the names of the people that done it. See, you don't get that at school. You don't get that at church. See?
They didn't even show you how to pay your taxes.
They don't show you anything at school no more. When I went to school, they showed you how to cook, how to pay your bills, and to balance a checkbook.
No, they don't do none of that shit. They didn't do that when I went to school, man.
Right. And then they send you to a trade school to learn a trade. How to drive a forklift, how to drive an 18-wheeler, how to run a CNC machine, how to do sheet metal, to build planes, how to be an auto mechanic, to fix a car. They don't do any of that stuff out of high school no more. When the brain is ready to absorb like a sponge all kinds of knowledge. They don't do any of that stuff anymore. Okay? They just sit you in front of a goddamn computer and pay you $10 an hour and have you harass people on the phone all day. That's the only skill you got. You know? That's crazy. Right? Isaiah chapter 30. Oh, let me go back to Romans. I'm going to go back to Romans. Salakia. Right? Romans chapter 8, verse 6. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High. Enmity is another word for enemy or adversary. You are against. You are opposite, polar opposite against the Most High. You're not for him, you're against him. You're carnally minded. This is a spiritual book. This is a spiritual history book, the Holy Bible. Okay? This is a spiritual history book about the punishment and salvation of the children of Israel. It doesn't say anything about Christianity except 2 places in the book of Acts. That's it. And they created an entire religion and deceived 4.5 to 6 billion people on the face of the earth with a goddamn lie. Wow. Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of God, neither indeed can be. Yep, get second Ezra 9. Go ahead and finish speaking, brother.
Okay. Verse 3, it says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then I'm gonna start at 5. This is for like I'm gonna read 4 again. All right. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonders and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs. And every one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land within my borders. For I have, go ahead.
No, go ahead. So fix that.
For I have sanctified them for me from the beginning.
These are the individuals that the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua are called the elect. Okay, let's go into Isaiah 44, and we're going to signify who the elect are. Isaiah chapter 44, verse 1. Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen. So it tells you right then that the Most High has chosen Jacob and Israel. Remember, in Genesis chapter 35, verse 9, that the Most High God changed Jacob's name to Israel. Right? Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen. So the Most High chose one people above all nations upon the face of the earth. And here he notifies and tells you and communicates that who those people are, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption, the glory, the covenants, the giving of the law, the services of the Most High, and the promises. The adoption are the only people that can be adopted back to being an Israelite from the same olive tree are Israelites that were broken off. Those Israelites that were broken off are those that have been scattered, that have been Hellenized and colonized to believe that they were another race of people being raised in their social norms, their foodstuffs, and their religion of different nations. But their father's bloodline goes back to the 12 tribes. Okay? Those individuals are the wild olive tree branches that were broken off those can be adopted or grafted back in into being Israelites. See, if you're not an Israelite to start with, you can't take an apple branch and graft it into an olive tree. It ain't gonna work. Esau Edom is the apple branch that tries to graft himself into the olive tree. That graft ain't gonna graft right. It's gonna fall off because when the tree tries to adhere itself to the olive branch or to the apple tree branch, they have two different types of material that they're made out of: sap, the tree bark, the innards of the tree. It don't match, so it's gonna fall off and break. But if you take a broken olive tree, a broken olive tree branch, and you graft it back into the olive tree, that graft will take because it was originally from that olive tree to start with. You see? And then buds will grow and leaves will grow from that broken branch. But it doesn't work with an apple branch or a peach or a pear or a walnut tree because it wasn't from the olive tree. You understand? So if you're not an Israelite, you can't be grafted into salvation unless you're an Israelite by blood. You understand? So these people they don't want to accept and refuse to accept the truth of the Holy Scriptures. 98% of the people that call themselves Christian don't pick up the Bible but once a week. And when they do pick it up, they don't understand it. Okay? Because the Holy Spirit is not with them. Isaiah 44, verse 1. Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen. Thus saith the Lord that made thee and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. He will help us to knowing who we are and recognizing the fact that we can be Israelites again, being adopted back into the great olive tree, which is the family of Israelites, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They're the only people that can be grafted in, that can be adopted. Okay? You can't adopt these Edomite Caucasians that claim to be Christian, and yet they'll go out to the club and have sex on their wife, okay, and bang some little boy in the ass and show up on a church pew on Sunday. Right? The Most High is not looking for people like that. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant, and thou Jeshurun, whom I have chosen. For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty. Right? Like it says in John chapter 7, verse 38, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. Right? That living water is the word with the proper breakdown of what the Bible means. And that's what we do. We go into the history of the Holy Bible. We go into the history of the characters in the Holy Bible. The pastor at church ain't going to do that. They just going to tell you everybody can be saved no matter what you do, which is a lie. How is the Most High going to save a person that goes to church and then go outside and smoke a goddamn cigarette? How does that work? That person is a hypocrite. Cigarette smoke is poison. Why would you put something in your vessel that the Most High did not decree for you to put in it? See? That's hypocrisy. That's what they teach at these Christian churches. That's the reason why millions of people are leaving the Christian church in droves. They're seeking out of the book of the Lord and reading it for themselves. Okay? You can't go to Catholic church and say that you can be saved? You mean you can't tell me that Catholic priest that you put so much faith in, he'll pop your grandson in the ass? No problem. And say he did that for his own good? This is the wickedness of these Edomite Caucasians. And then you give credibility to an Edomite Caucasian that's an American Pope. It's been going on for centuries. That these popes and these Catholic priests have been popping little boys for years, spreading homosexuality. They've been doing it for decades. And you still put your faith and hope in these bastards? The Bible itself tells you, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. Isaiah chapter 34, verse 16. Study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that need not be ashamed, rightly dividing the words of truth. Right? 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 15. What's the problem? For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty. Right? Out of his belly flowing rivers of living water. The truth. Right? We pour it out to our people and let them know, hey, look, you have an unction from a holy one, the most of Israel. The Most High is giving your ass a break by sending forth his servants, the prophets, to preach prophecy unto you in these last days. We preach about the mark of the beast. We tell you exactly what it is. We show you what form it's going to take and tell you what to do to avoid it. Okay? You have to get ready to leave your body. These Edomite devils are not going to have any mercy upon you. Like the brother said earlier in the video, and he read in the book of Luke, chapter 19, they shall leave you, lay you even with the ground. The only way to leave you or lay you even with the ground is to shoot you dead.
That's what that means.
That's exactly what that means. These Edomite Caucasians don't give a shit about you, especially if you're an Israelite. If you're a Negro, Latino, or Native American, they'd rather put you in a FEMA camp and have you decapitated. They'd rather put you in a firing squad and shoot you to death other than for you to get this truth that we preach.
That's what they're gonna do because our people, this whole time, we're building up and we're servants and doing the work for the white man. All right, but now with AI and you know, he's not gonna have any use for us because he's building robots. You know, AI robots.
Right.
So
Everybody's losing their jobs behind AI.
he's gonna eventually, you know, unalive us.
But you still advocate for this devil to be in office? How the fuck is he making America great again? He just got you, you just lost your fucking job. You're about to get put out in the street. How are you gonna feed your family? Is that how you make America great again?
Where's the jobs that Donald Trump promised? You know?
Yeah, what happened to all the jobs? Right? Peter Thiel, Larry Ellison, Larry Fink, Sam Altman, Bill Gates, all of these guys benefit. Mark Zuckerberg. Shit, Peter Ellison, Peter Thiel and Larry Ellison, they make $1 billion a day.
What about you? $20 an hour.
If that,
If that.
you make $35 an hour, the most money you ever made in your life, and you still can't pay your fucking light bill. Right?
The minimum wage is supposed to be roughly $66 right now. All right, to live comfortably. That's supposed to be the minimum wage.
The minimum wage is supposed to be $65 or $66, man. Okay? It is still $7. Where's all that extra money going, man? Somebody getting it out of your taxes. Isaiah chapter 44, verse 5. I will pour out my spirit upon thy seed. For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon thy offspring. And they shall spring up as among the grass, as willows by the watercourses. One shall say, I am the Lord's, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob, and another shall subscribe with his hand unto the Lord, and surname himself by the name of Israel. That's what we've done. Brother Yakal surnamed himself after the nation of Israel. Brother Yakal means to endure by the Lashawan Kodash language, the original Hebrew language of the Israelites, right? Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 9 says, the Most High will return unto his people a pure language. That pure language is the Lashawan Kodash, not that Yiddish Hebrew bullshit that those imposters speak. Like the book Revelation chapter 2, verse 9 says, let's get it. Let's go get Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say that they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. That sign over there are the individuals. See that sign right there? Okay. Those are the individuals that call themselves Jews and are not. They're frauds. They are the only race of people on the face of the earth that attend synagogues. Okay? They're the only ones. Other than that, they ain't going to attend no synagogue. Okay? They're the Hasidic Jews. They're the ones that get all your welfare money.
Like Malcolm.
They get your welfare check. If you get cut off on welfare, they get the extra money that you got cut off.
Like Malcolm always points out, he always says, to this day, they're still saying, aha, and that's scriptural, man. All right.
Yeah, in Isaiah chapter 36, verse 2.
Did they still say that?
They say, aha.
No.
We have,
They say it just like that. So,
yeah, let me go get it. I'll get it. Isaiah chapter 30. No, it's Ezekiel. Salakia. Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 2. Thus saith the Lord God, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh, because the enemy has said against you, aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. And they had an individual by the name of B.B. Makowski, a.k.a. Satan, nothing not a Jew, okay, and Donald Trump, during Donald Trump's first presidency, took Golden Heights and broke up Golden Heights, and which is one of the ancient high places, okay, where the Israelites had fled for succor or fled for protection against Esau Edom, the so-called white man, during the Egyptian captivity and the Grecian captivity. That's what these devils do, right? Isaiah chapter 44, right? Verse 5. One shall say, I am the Lord's, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob, and another shall subscribe with his hand unto the Lord, and surname himself by the name of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, the King of Israel, and his Redeemer, the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Shai. So that's the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, the creator of all things, the King of Israel, and his Redeemer, the Lord of hosts, which is Yahweh Shai, the one you ignorantly call Jesus Christ. They said, I am the first and I am the last, and besides me, there is no God. And who as I shall call and shall declare it, and set it in order for me, since I appointed the ancient people. Who are the ancient people? The Israelites. We were here before the Edomites. Okay? The Edomites came out of the bloodline of Abraham through Isaac, right? Jacob and Esau were born of Isaac. Go to 2nd Ezra, Ecclesiasticus, the book of Sirach, chapter 44, verse 19.
Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 44 and 19, it says, Abraham was a great father of many people, in glory was there none like unto him, who kept the law of the Most High, and was in covenant with him, he established the covenant in his flesh, and when he was proved, he was found faithful. Therefore, he assured him by an oath that he would bless the nations in his seed, and that he would multiply him as the dust of the earth, and exalt his seed as the stars, and cause them to inherit from sea to sea, and from the river unto the utmost part of the land. With Isaac did he establish likewise, for Abraham his father's sake, the blessing of all men and the covenant, and made it rest upon the head of Jacob, who acknowledged him in his blessing, and gave him inheritance, and divided his portions among the 12 tribes did he part them.
Exactly. So the inheritance that was given to Abraham, that he passed on to his son Isaac, not Ishmael, Isaac, Isaac passed it on to Jacob. The Most High put Esau off to the side. Why? Because he sold his birthright for one morsel of meat. He sold immortality and the kingdom of heaven for the modern day equivalent to a fucking pot roast. He took deer meat stew and sold it for Campbell's can of soup.
Yep.
How do you sell immortality and the kingdom of heaven for a Campbell's can of soup?
Don't get mad, Esau. That's what you wanted.
Right?
You still like that fast food, uncooked meat to this day. So don't get mad. That's what you want. That's what you like, right?
Straight up idiot.
You said all right. What has thou this blessing do? What is this blessing gonna do for me?
Right. You didn't give a shit about the blessing.
So stop.
You didn't care about the birthright.
But yet his hypocritical ass is slaying Jacob to this day. All right. You know,
Right?
for what? For the birthright.
Right.
Don't get mad.
Go get 2nd Ezra chapter 3, verse 13 through 16. 3 verses that proves Esau is a fucking idiot. Then I'm gonna go to Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16. Milk scriptures and tear these crackers apart. They're idiots. Read it, brother.
2nd Ezra 3 and 13, it says, now when they lived so wickedly before thee, thou didst choose thee a man from among them, whose name was Abraham, him thou lovest, and unto him only thou shewest thy will, and madest an everlasting covenant with him, promising him that thou wouldest never forsake his seed.
Right.
And unto him thou gavest Isaac, and unto Isaac also gavest Jacob and Esau.
Hey, Shalom, brother. Hopeful elect. Shalom, man. I didn't see you there, man. Shalom, brother.
Shalom. Yahbashmiashai.
Yeah, he the one on Hopeful Elect making them videos, man.
Mhm.
I done made a lot of videos off you, man. You got to keep going, man. Okay, we gonna run out of material without you, bro. Don't do that now. All right, keep going, man.
Where was I?
That he would never forsake his seed.
Yeah.
Right, that's where you was at.
And madest an everlasting covenant with him, promising him that thou wouldest never forsake his seed. And unto him thou gavest Isaac, and unto Isaac also thou gavest Jacob and Esau, and put by Esau. And so Jacob became a great multitude.
Okay, now go to Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 15. Right? Now, Jacob became a great multitude, right? Let's find out what happened to Esau.
Jeremiah
49 and 15.
It says, for lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men.
Itty bitty living space.
Yeah.
Great, mighty superpower.
In a little bit of living space. In a little bit.
He put your ass in a cave, caveman. He made you a troglodyte. Okay, for 1,000 years, you was a goddamn caveman. Ooga mooga, ooga mooga. Like it says in Job chapter 30, verse 1 through 8. You know, they were the children of fools, the children of base men. They were viler than the earth. Right? So say it again.
Verse 15 again, for lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men.
Exactly. And that's exactly what happened. Jacob became a great multitude, and everybody tries to emulate the Israelites. Break dancing, pop lock, all that old shit, right? Everybody everywhere trying to do that. No sweat. Okay, the Moab is trying to do it, spinning on your head, spinning on your back, all of that shit, man.
Japan.
Okay, Ammonites, the Japanese, Moabite, the Chinese, everybody trying to dress like our women. Okay, everything.
Hey, there's a lot of Moab, Ammonites and Moabites. All right, they're getting perms. All right, it's a thing now. Like they get perms. All right.
Yeah, they get perms so they can have an afro. Okay, check this out.
And they get waves too. The guys get waves, right?
Right, like the Latinos with the little band around their head and they put that grease in there and slick it all back and shit.
I
And
was
wear
talking about Southern Kingdom where they put the wave cap.
Yeah, like they got some Chinese essays.
Yeah,
they got Japanese essays, man. Fuck me up. I'm like, what?
They try.
Man, you can't tell, right? You can't tell me that our seed has not been mingled amongst these heathen, okay? Or else they wouldn't be trying to be Mexicans. You know, we attend that to the Latino tribes with the low riders and the switches and the long ass motorbikes like this. You know, they got everything, man. They wear their pants sagging down, walk like this, all of that shit, man. Shirts button up to the neck, all of it, man.
The Lord hid Israel, all right, amongst
all the heathen nations, especially amongst Moab,
Mhm.
right? And we all know that Ammon came from Moab, even though they were brothers.
That's why they look alike,
right?
And act alike,
Okay, like I said before, and then go to Hebrews 12 and 16.
Okay, Hebrews 12.
Yeah, see, these are the Edomite Caucasians that sold immortality and the kingdom of heaven for a pot roast, deer meat stew, red pottage and lentils,
They still eat that
venison and vegetables. He sold immortality and the ability to leave the earth and to travel from sea to galaxy. Right?
That's why they make movies about it. Marvel movies.
Yeah, they got goddamn Star Trek Enterprise, the next generation now.
They want to be like.
They got Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
They make Superman a white
Babylon 5, all of that shit, man.
they make Superman a white man, and the Green Lantern they make him a black man,
Right.
Because the Lord is he not coming in a garment of a beryl green,
Right.
All right, hey man.
So that Green Lantern, and then they make the black man a Green Lantern, okay, and he has superpower based on
willpower, man.
Okay, that it takes to have willpower. You got to have faith.
And what do these
that it exists?
What do these superheroes like Batman and Superman? What do they wear? They wear a cape, or they just cut the front off, man.
It's a mantle. It's an ancient mantle. Superman wears a mantle. On Superman's chest, he wears the shield of salvation. That's what that S is for.
Yeah.
That's the shield of salvation.
That's what you're going to be seeing here in the near future. All right. On this side, you're going to be seeing black, Latino, Native American men with garments on flying through the sky like Superman. All right. Sparks amongst the stubble. And Esau, the Lord says you're going to be stubble, man.
All right. Yeah. You can go get it and prove it too.
Okay.
You got your Bible. You know what book Obadiah said. You know what I mean?
Let's read Hebrews.
Yeah.
Hebrews 12 and 16.
Yeah, 12 and 16.
It says, okay.
Lest any fornicator.
Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. And profane means outside the temple. All right, you an outsider, man. All right.
Right. You're gonna always be an outsider. You ain't never gonna fit in.
The Lord separate. He put you.
Okay. You have some of these individuals that look like Edomites, but their father's bloodline go back to the Israelites. Look, you got a proof of that right here. Look, an Edomite and his elder brother. Right? Is he Edomite? Is his daddy a black dude?
We don't know.
We don't know. But if his daddy's a black dude, he'll get saved and his brother gonna get left here and melted.
Oh, that's racist. Well, hey, the Lord said multiple times he put by Esau. He hated Esau. He's profane. He's viler than the earth. All right. Well, what? Hey, somebody's got to be Esau. And the people that fit the description of Esau happen to be
these Caucasians, right?
Hey man,
I mean, they fit the description of an Edomite Caucasian perfectly. They're bloodshedders,
if you're not
murderers, thieves.
If you're not Esau, if you're not an Edomite, then don't act like one. You know?
Right. They're thieves. They're quick to steal the goddamn gold filling out the back of your head, out your mouth. Okay, quick.
These Jewish people, they go to these fountains, these public fountains, and what do? They rake up, all right, all these pennies and quarters out of the freaking the fountain.
Out of the wishing well.
You know,
all these homeless Edomite Caucasians. You throw a penny in the wishing well, they go down there in the middle of the night and scope up all that money and go buy a drink.
If I don't steal and take your house, somebody else will. That's what they say, man. That's what they've been telling these Palestinians this whole past 5 years, man. All right. Well, they've been doing that shit, man.
Right. Through genocide, man. They're bloodshedders, like it says in Genesis 9:6. He that sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed, for in the image of the Most High God in heaven made he man. So the Most High, if you kill somebody, eye for an eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot, your life gonna be taken the same way. And it's time for these devils to fall off out of power, man. And this is their last chance to hold on to power with central bank digital currency. The very self-same thing Agent Orange, Nero 47, told a goddamn lie in order to become president, said he would not do. That's the first thing he's gonna do next. He promised you there wouldn't be no war, right? That's the first thing he did, first year in office. You got 3 more years of this Edomite Caucasian, this orange-colored bastard, going out on the golf course, taking a shit in public while he swing the golf course and take a shit, shit his pants.
In the Oval Office, you know,
right?
He's shitting in there, man.
In public.
On TV.
This motherfucker take a shit in the Oval Office. He'll fart, and then the people behind him, they'll be saying, God damn, you smell that? We're gonna go to commercial so Donald Trump can go change his pants.
Change his diaper.
You know, this motherfucker gotta go change his diaper. And the reason why this Edomite gotta change his diaper is because back in the 80s, when he was a slut and he was fucking every goddamn thing with 2 legs, not matter what age they were, right? He was some little boy stuck an umbrella up his ass and opened it.
Is that the files?
If that's in the Epstein files, we know why he shits his pants now. Okay? We know why he takes a shit. He tried to fart, and all of whatever he ate the day before come right on out down his leg.
Hey man, you think we're crazy? Hey, this is actually going on, man. You know, this is actually going on. This is your president.
This is your president.
And we still got people.
You Edomite Caucasians voted for this cracker son of an orange-colored punk bitch, man, who's a convicted felon, a rapist, and a pedophile. You voted for this monkey.
He's posting AI images of him as Jesus Christ, man. All right.
You motherfuckers are insane. And then when you got not no job, you ain't got no money, you bitching and complaining. He promised us we were going to have a job. He promised us he was going to have money. You voted for this monkey. It's your fault.
And in the AI image, he's blessing some guy on the hospital bed, and he happens to be looking like Jeffrey Epstein.
Right.
You know, like, well, come on. And all the people in that AI image were white. You know, they were all white people. I'm like, well,
right.
Where's the brown person?
Ain't nobody in that background of that image that he put out on Truth Social was brown or melanated. I was all white people. And that's exactly what white folks that voted that punk motherfucker in there wanted. White privilege, white supremacy, to put their punk ass back on top. That way, yes, a boss, no, a boss, whatever you say, boss, we have to get off the same sidewalk and walk around while the cracker would get to walk around. We got to walk in the fucking mud and rain with our kids while a white man and a white woman can walk down the sidewalk. That's the world that these Edomite Caucasians want. That's what they want, man. Okay? Or else they never would have voted for this goddamn orange-colored son of a bitch in the first place. But then they get mad at us because we pointed out. Right? Micah chapter 2, verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands. Remember, Job chapter 9, verse 24 states that the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? These Edomites go off directly off into cognitive dissonance and denial that they're not wicked. They're Christians. Go ahead, man. But in the name of Christianity, right, they rape, murdered, and pillaged an indigenous population of people for nothing. They killed all these people. When Christopher Columbus got over here in 1492, there was estimated of between 189 and 275 million people for 40 years. Between 1492 and 1532, right? This Edomite did not put down his sword. They went from 250 million people to less than 200,000. That means every day of every year, 12 hours a day, they were killing and slaughtering little babies, children, right? Let's get it. Psalms chapter 137. Verse 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom and the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. So during Masada, okay, when Yahushua, the person you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, said, when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, go not back into thy house to pick up thy cloak. Come not down off thy rooftop, but flee ye into the mountains. On the other side of those mountains was the west coast of Africa. And we stayed for 1,000 years. And we created the Byzantine Empire. Right? Edomite Caucasians were calling us Moors. Moor is another word for black. Right? That's what they're not teaching you. They don't want to teach you the history behind it all. They just want to teach white privilege and white supremacist bullshit. Right? Psalms 137, verse 8. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. How did these devils serve us? They served us up on a silver platter. Have you ever read the book called The Delectable Negro? They got a book out called The Delectable Negro, where these Edomites ate us for fucking breakfast, man. They would take a light-skinned Negro, kill him and eat him. The next week, they would take a dark-skinned Negro, kill him and eat him. These Edomite Caucasians are the devil the Bible speaks of, goddammit. And we tell you the truth, you don't believe it. Go Google it. The Delectable Negro. Here's another book you need to go and Google. 100 Years of Lynchings in America. Here's another book, okay, without color lines, right? Another book you might want to read. Who is Esau Edom? Another book you might want to read. The Roman Empire, the Empire of the Edomites, by William Beeston. Huh? See, I read. That was the worst thing that they ever did, allow us to learn their language. So now we get to use it against them. Okay? And that's another thing that they hate about us. Because we were never supposed to wake up to the fact that we're the Israelites of the Holy Bible. We were never supposed to wake up. We were always supposed to be kept calling ourselves nigger, shooting ourselves in the fucking street. Now that we're waking up, putting an end to all of that gangbang stupid shit, those that still want to gangbang with switches, they're going to draft them into the military. We're going to see if they're actually as tough as they talk. See if they can walk the walk, right? Psalms 137, verse 9. Happy shall he be that taketh and dashes thy little ones against the stones. You see, they used to dash our children against the stones and slash open a pregnant woman, take the baby out, smash it against a stone, and feed it to the dogs. That's what Cristobal Columbus did in America when they first got here. For 40 years, they did that to the pregnant women. They cut off the rods, the hands and feet of the men to stop them from running. They did that during after the transatlantic slave trade. To stop the slaves from running and rebelling against them, they would cut off their foot. They would call this thing called buck break them and bang the man in the ass in public in front of all of his friends and relatives and people that he worked in the fields with. Yes, they did. You better check your history, Edomite. Okay? It's called buck breaking. Today it's called sodomite. Sodomy. They sodomized the slaves. Okay? That's the wickedness of what these Edomite Caucasians have done to our people. Not only did the motherfuckers eat us, but they also they sodomized us, raped our women in front of us. And if we complained about it, they'll cut our rod off or hang us from a tree. This is the wickedness of Esau Edom. These people want us to forget about it. That was a long time ago, right? That was a long time ago. Get over it, right?
Hey,
We're going to see if the Son of God gets over it when he gets here.
the Lord says, "Hey, a suckling child, a mother may forget her suckling child, but the Lord may not forget." All right, the Lord don't forget. You know, that was a blink of an eye in history. All right, 1,000 years to the Lord is one day. So that was like an hour ago, man. Okay, a few hours ago.
Right. That was a few hours ago in the eyes of the Lord, man.
That was fresh in the mind of the Lord. You know.
Okay, let's get the biblical scripture the brother was talking about. Isaiah chapter 49.
He says, "Be not ignorant."
Verse 15. Okay, let me start up at verse 13.
Be not ignorant. It's one thing. Go ahead, Art.
All right. Isaiah chapter 49, verse 13. Sing, O ye heavens, and be joyful, O earth. Break forth into singing, O mountains, for the Lord hath comforted his people and will have mercy upon his afflicted. We have been afflicted with oppression, rape, murder, taxes, and death by these Edomite devils. He comforted us by telling us, sending forth his servants, the prophets, as in old time, so does he do in these last days to warn our people and to let them know that they have an unction from the Holy One of Israel, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and the blood that was shed of his only begotten Son to cover them in the mistakes they make in keeping the law. Through faith, right? Which is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. This hope is for his afflicted, his chosen, his people, the Israelites. They're not black, they're not white, because our people have been scattered amongst all the nations during the transatlantic slave trade, the sub-Saharan slave trade, the reverse triangular slave trade, Silk Road. Okay, what else more do you want? They moved the landmarks. They raped our women. They raped our men with sodomite behavior called buck breaking. They cut off their rod, hang them from a tree for nothing. They ate us. They actually had dinner and sat down at a dinner table and ate a leg of a black man. What the actual fuck? These Edomites have got to pay for that wickedness. Let's read about it. Isaiah chapter 49, verse 14. But Zion said, the Lord hath forsaken me, and my Lord hath forgotten me. Verse 15. Can a woman forget her suckling child, that she should have no compassion on the son of her womb? Yep, they may forget, yet will I not forget thee, O Israel. Behold, I have graven thee upon the palms of my hands. Thy walls are continually before me. Thy children shall make haste, thy destroyers and they that made thee waste shall go forth of thee. In other words, that's a precept to Psalm 149. We shall put their kings in chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. We shall drive them before us and hear the lamentations of the women. Right?
The brothers put Galatians.
Read it. What he say?
Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived.
Okay, let's get it.
Okay, yeah. No,
Let's get it.
The end of that precept is what I was going to reference. All right.
Okay. Trying to get it. Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. Right? 2/3 of our people have reaped corruption. Esau Edom definitely reaped corruption.
He sowed corruption. He's gonna reap it here soon, man.
Right.
All right? He put those that put leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. That's what this white man has done, man. All right, he sowed captivity and wickedness. All right, upon who the apple of the Lord's eye. So that's what he's gonna reap. He's gonna reap double, man.
Right. Like it says in where's it? Damn, I forgot to think it's Jeremiah. My other telephone died on me, so I can't go to it right away. But I think it's in Jeremiah. He's going to receive double, right? You Edomite Caucasians are going to receive double for what you've done. I think it's in Revelation 18.
Yeah, Revelation 18.
Okay, let's go get that then.
Do unto her double according to her works.
According to her works, feel to her double. Let's get it. Right? Revelation chapter 18, verse 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double, according to her works. In the cup which she had filled, fill to her double. How much has she glorified herself and lived deliciously? So much torment and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow and shall see no sorrow. And that's how the mindset of these Edomite Caucasians here in America, that's what they believe. They believe that they shall see no sorrow. But then on TikTok, that's all you see. And these Edomites sorrowing. They can't pay their rent. They working all these hours. They can't pay their rent. They can't pay their light bill. You see what I mean? So these devils are reaping the sorrow of the corruption that they sowed in the flesh. That's what the fuck they get. Okay? This is the beginning of sorrows.
They're like, I'm paying my bills. I'm living comfortably. What are you talking about, black guy? You know, hey, eventually you're not going to be able to, man, because eventually the dollar isn't going to work, man.
Right.
Eventually there's going to be what's
hyperinflation.
Well, what's above that? Hyperinflation. That's what's coming to America, man.
Yep, hyperinflation is coming. You got less than 42 days. You got 42 days of food on all the shelves. After that, everything's going to start to become empty.
So fuck the bills. Hey, where's your next meal going to be? All right. Are you going to survive to your next meal? That's pitiful. Yeah.
That thing that just walked right past us was a woman, right? Posing as a man. Okay, when the lights go out, she's going to try to put on a dress and some fucking makeup. Watch. Okay.
We mean when the lights permanently go out here in America, man.
Yeah, because they ain't coming back on for 9 months. That way America can thoroughly tear itself apart. People are going to be begging for normalcy.
Right? They already are.
Yeah, rape and everything is going to be the everyday norm. The screams and lamentations of the women being raped, murdered. Okay, it's going to be everyday and commonplace. All of these sick bastards that have been holding back are going to get an opportunity to let loose. All of these Edomites that are evil, wicked, they're going to be able to let loose and kill at random, indiscriminately. 911 is going to be offline.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. There ain't gonna be no 911, no police. All right, it's just gonna be ICE. All right, or a regular everyday Americans. All right, unaliving and robbing and pillaging each other, man.
Right?
Right.
They're going to join up in little brigades, okay, and little theft and stealing groups of people, right? And they're going to go from house to house, kicking people's doors in, taking your shit.
And,
You got that? That's in Second Ezra chapter 15.
yeah, come on. Yeah. And that's what you see in these movies. You think these movies are just movies? Oh, that's just in the movie. Okay, we'll see if it's just in the movie, man. All right, because it's also in the Bible, the real movie that we're living, man. All right, is not the Bible true? Are not the words of the Lord faithful and true? All right, Second Ezra chapter 15. Where let's start.
Start at verse 14.
Okay. It says, yeah, come on. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, in invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Hey, that's martial law all day long. Okay. If that's martial law, the police, that means that in your neighborhood, they got that cut off. Right? You can't get out of your neighborhood without going through a checkpoint. Whatever you do in your neighborhood, ain't nobody coming. Ain't nobody coming. Fuck that. They got their own families to protect. Okay? So ain't gonna be no 911. Okay? They're gonna be invading one another. They're gonna be kicking each other's door in. Continue, brother.
Okay. It says, verse 17, it says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
Yep. Men gonna be afraid to go outside. If there's any left after this war, after this draft, because after they draft 18 to 26-year-olds, they're going to draft 26 to 42-year-olds. Okay? That's the next draft after that. That's coming in 2027. Okay? You people don't understand what's coming, man. If your man is between the ages of 42 and 50, he's going to fucking war to die for a country. He gets to die for his belief that I'm white and I'm right. That's right, buddy. Yeah. Motherfucker. Really?
Well,
We're going to see how well you can kill then, punk.
Yeah.
Because them Iranians, they're going to see who's the best killer. They're going to keep telling you they're going to have your blood upon the mountains. And that little choke point that they've already set up for the American forces. They built that shit for Americans.
You MAGA supporters, you love to hate on brown people, Muslims. You always say you hate Muslims. You know, Donald Trump's doing a good thing in the Middle East. Well, your ass is about to prove. Your ass is about to go into the Middle East, all right, to Iran and fight for your Donald Trump.
Yep. You finna fight for Donald Trump.
You better prove to us.
I'll come back with no legs.
You better prove how much you'll fight. How much you hate these Muslims, man. All right, because your ass can be fighting for them, man. Okay.
Right. When you get back to America, you see a Muslim chick, you're gonna shoot that bitch at sight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you're gonna lose all your friends if you survive. Right? Like it says in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 38. Let me go get it.
Now, after you're done, I'm gonna read verse 19.
Keep reading, man.
Okay, verse 19 says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. All right.
All right. So that great tribulation is coming, where you ain't gonna be able to buy and sell, save that you got the mark of the beast, the RFID chip. That's supposed to be put between your index and your thumb finger and your left or right hand. If you ain't got it, you can't buy shit. Food's gonna be so scarce, they're only gonna ration you out whatever food that you think you deserve anyway. Okay? They're only going to ration you out a certain amount. They ain't going to give it to you everything. You crazy.
UBI,
Right?
Universal Basic Income.
Universal basic income.
And you MAGA supporters, all right, claim everybody other than Trump is a communist, all right. Oh, you guys are communists. Well, Trump is leading you into a world of communism. That's true. That's a true communist, man. Donald Trump, basic UBI, all right, cryptocurrency, a world of cryptocurrency, man. All right, that's where Trump is leading you. So, make your ignorant self, all right. You know that you're going into a world of of communism, man. All right, rationing out food. Or you're only going to get a certain amount of money. All right, if you do this and that, if you don't do this or that, you're not going to be able to receive that money. That's the world you're stepping into, man. All right.
Right? Ezekiel 35, verse 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir. Mount Seir is the home of Petra Jordan, of Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Right? I forgot to make that sign this weekend. I was going to have a picture of all of the different kingdoms and how they all go back to Edom, Petra Jordan, Mount Seir, and how all the governments emulate wherever Esau Edom, and so-called white man rules in the world, whether it's the Vatican, whether it's Washington, D.C., whether it's the European nations, whether it's in China, whether it's in Greece, doesn't matter. Okay? You have the same structures. That's a clear indication of who the Edomites are. Right? Behold, I am against thee, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. So the great tribulation is coming. All these cities, all this here, this is like the land of Eden. And after the thermonuclear weapons burn this place to the ground, it's going to be a desolate wilderness, like it says in the book of Joel, chapter 2. Right? Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. And I will fill his mountains and his slain men in thy hills and in thy valleys, in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain by the sword. Okay? So, yeah, you're going to be slain here in America. Babylon the Great, right? Slay thy bullocks, old and young, right? Let's get it. Jeremiah chapter 50.
Many more of them shall perish than of them that shall be saved, man. You know, the slain of the Lord, all right, shall be from one end to the earth to the other.
Verse 27. Yeah, go ahead.
The slain of the Lord shall be many, you know.
Right?
All right. A lot of people are about to die, not a few. All right. A lot. All right.
Right? I'll start at verse 23. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? Well, America is laying everybody off. Ain't no jobs. Right? You can't buy and sell no more with other countries. Other countries are kicking these Americans out of their country. They're forcing them to get on a plane and get the fuck out because you're an American citizen. The entire world has risen up against you. Okay? Because of this racist cocksucker that you voted in office that ruined the entire country. Okay? The entire country is ruined now. You can't get a job to save your life.
The whole world is ruined. All right. These other countries.
Your 401k plan is going to crash. They're going to take the money out of it. What you going to do when you try to collect?
Hey, this sounds stupid. It sounds unwise, but it actually is a wise thing. If you brothers got, uh, 401k saved up, hey, it's not a bad thing to cash that out right now, man. Because us in this truth, we know that this economy's about to crash. Hey, spend that money on something like a generator, or some stock up on some food. All right, buy yourself a Bible or two, and hide it in some certain spots. You know, okay, buy yourself some unperishables, some food, stock up a little bit, even though we know that's not what's going to save you. All right, but that's a wiser thing to do. All right, than just keeping it. Because hey, what are you going to retire into, man? All right, the nuclear missiles. All right, that money's going to be burnt up too. So hey, cash out if you want to. You don't have to. You know,
Right?
money's a defense, like Apostle Har always said, like the scriptures say, money's a defense. Okay, all right, hey, you know, but it's like
It's all good.
speaking as a man, you know. All right, I got a 401k saved up, Uh, I'm always like so urgent to not urgent, but tempted to just cash it out, spend it on something wise. But I'm like, let me save it for a little rainy day, because that
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord. Shout against her round about, she hath given her hand. Her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down, for it is the vengeance of the Lord. Take vengeance upon her as she has done to unto her. And that's exactly what's happening to America. All of these nations, as they have done with these tariffs, and put tariffs on all these different nations. Now all these nations are purchasing thermonuclear ICBM nuclear weapons from Russia and China, right? So this way they can defend themselves against America's bullying, right? So now they get to put tariffs on America. Everybody gets an opportunity to fight back and get revenge now, right? Where was I at? Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 16. Cut off the sower from Babylon, and him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest, for fear of the oppressing sword. They shall turn every one to his people, and they shall flee every one into his own land. That's a biblical part of prophecy that has not yet happened yet, but all of these Edomite nations that come from other countries, all of these Moabites, all of these Ishmaelites, all of these Edomites that have businesses here in America, they're going to turn around and under martial law, they're going to get on a plane and go back to their own country, right? Those that have sowed their seed here in America and got rich off the abundance of her delicacies, right? They're going to go back to their own country to avoid their children being drafted into the military. Okay? Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 24. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon. Thou wast not aware, thou art found, and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. You got freedom of religion here in America. Do whatever you want to do. Say anybody you say want to. They got a church of Satan in America. How the fuck does that work? I thought the premise of America was, freedom of religion, okay, and based on the premise of Christianity. So why the fuck is there a church of Satan? I don't get it, right? You have striven against the Lord. The law, statutes, and commandments, you say that the law is done away with, right? Let's go to Psalms chapter 50, verse 16. But unto the wicked the Most High saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldst take my covenant in thy mouth? How do you take the Lord's covenant in your mouth? You say the Lord loves everybody. God loves everybody. Jesus is God. All this other Facebook fuck bullshit. See, the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushua made a distinct difference between us and the Hamites. But to you, you Edomite Caucasians, we all look alike, right? The Most High is going to destroy you because you strove against the Lord and you put your covenant, his covenant, in your mouth, right? Let's finish. Psalms chapter 50, verse 17. Seeing as thou hatest instruction and castest my words behind thee. You're the only nation of people on the face of the earth to say that the law is done away with. Caucasian devils. The Most High Yahweh gonna destroy you motherfuckers, man. Okay? He's gonna take you apart facetiously, piece by piece. Right? Look what he's doing to those Israeli converts over there right now that call themselves Jews and are not, but are liars. First they had the plague of crows. Now they got the plague of bees. Are these not the 10 plagues of Egypt attacking these devils?
If those plagues that you're seeing, all right, in Israel, all right, that's gonna come to America, all right? Because the scriptures say the Lord comes from the east, okay? And Israel's, on the east side of the world right now.
Yeah, check it out, man. We got a Karen over there. She calling the police on us, y'all. Let me show you what she looked like.
Over there.
Yeah. I want to show the entire world what a Karen looks like. On the men of the Lord now. See, she's trying to hide behind the truck. See her? See her? That bitch over there trying to call the police on us, y'all. All we got, the only weapon we got in our hand is a Bible. Because the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. They're spiritual. To the pulling down of strongholds. Casting down imaginations and every evil thought against the obedience of the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. That's the only weapon we got is a Bible. Look, that's it. We ain't got no weapons. We ain't got nothing. But this goddamn Caucasian cocksucker is, she's over there running her mouth, telling a lie on us. Which is fine. They could do that. Fuck it. What happened to freedom of religion? I guess that don't work. You see? Freedom of religion don't work, man.
It only applies to the white man.
Yeah, it only applies to these Edomite Caucasians. It don't apply to everybody else. Especially when we calling them on their fucking bullshit. Right? Isaiah chapter 49. Verse 17. Verse 18, Salakia. Lift up thine eyes round about, and behold, all these gather themselves together and come to thee. As I live, saith the Lord, thou shalt surely clothe thee with them all as with an ornament, and bind them on thee as a bride doeth. For thy waste and thy desolate places, and the land of thy destruction, shall even now be too narrow by reason of the inhabitants, and they that swallow thee up shall be far away. Right? So that's basically what's happening. The Most High has set up a national draft. Okay, it's going to go down from 16 years old all the way up to 50. Watch. Just to get these devils out of here, man. Then these Edomite Caucasian women going to be out here by themselves. Ain't nobody coming to help them. They done live by white privilege and white supremacy being Karen. This nigger over here said this. This nigger over here said that. Right? That's the evil of these goddamn Edomite devils, man. They could just get away with whatever. Okay? Isaiah chapter, let me go to Jeremiah. Oh, yep. Let me go to Jeremiah chapter 50. Wow, I went right to it. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. All that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. They still hold us captive. Right? These are all of the different captivities that they had us in. See? See all the captivities they have us in. The Egyptian captivity, the Assyrian captivity, the Babylon captivity, the Persian captivity, the Grecian captivity, the Roman captivity, and the American captivity. You see what I'm saying? That's the wickedness of these devils, man. You know, they want us to forget about it, right? Forget about it. That was a long time ago, right? That was my great-great-great-grandpappy. Get Ecclesiasticus, the book of Sirach, chapter 41.
Fuck you.
Right? Verse 6. See, this is the wickedness of these devils, man. And they get mad because we upbraid them of their wickedness. Oh, before you do that, go get Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 10.
2 verse 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
It Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 10. It says, "Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the aged."
Right. See, they don't have no type of respect for anybody that's not like them, that does not look like them. You see? But they depend on us for survival.
For real.
They couldn't push white privilege and white supremacy on anyone other than the people that they need to push it on. Because if there was no white privilege and white supremacy, they would kill each other. So they all banded together. Now they can all put all their bloodshed on one set of people now. You see? They hold us captives. They refuse to let us go. Right? Continue, bro.
What was I?
Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 10.
Verse 11. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth.
Exactly. The law of justice to an Edomite devil is John chapter 10, verse 10. The thief cometh not but for to steal, kill, and to destroy. What did you say earlier? One of the Edomite Caucasians on TikTok said, if we didn't steal the land, somebody else was going to steal it. It's better us to steal it than them.
Amalekites say all the time, man. That's their favorite, not the favorite thing they say, but that's what they be saying, man. If I don't steal it, somebody else will. You know, like what? That only makes sense to them because they're the Edomites, the Amalekites that the Bible speaks of, man.
All right. That's crazy, man.
Hey, but it's a problem when us blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans claim that we're the chosen people. All right, but you don't see us claiming that we're the chosen people and stealing lands and houses. You only see Jewish people doing that, man. You only see white people doing that. All right.
That's what they do. They go from continent to continent to continent, stealing natural resources, using their military.
Yeah.
This is the great dragon with great teeth that smashes with the residue of her claws and teeth. The claws and teeth as the wicked military of the great dragon, which is the military forces here in America, Babylon the Great.
This man is the red horse, all right, that was given power to take peace from the earth, all right, by the sword.
Right.
Okay. All right, and hey, what did Esau? What was the moniker around him? Him being red. All right, red horse. All right, all you guys are reaching for straws. No, we're being spiritual, man. Okay.
Right. This is a spiritual battle. They can't win a spiritual battle because they don't have the weapons to fight a spiritual battle.
They don't have
carnal battle. Oh yeah, they got guns, weapons, knives, bombs, drones. They got it all.
Yeah.
But when it comes to spirituality, they're weaponless. They're useless. They're weak. They have nothing to combat or to fight back with. They try to combat God loves everybody, but once we take that bullshit apart, because in the Holy Scriptures, it says that he chose one people above all nations upon the face of the earth. One, not all. So he's only coming back to save one people, not all. That's what they don't get. That's what they don't like. Because in biblical prophecy, they are not in it. They can steal everything else. They stole their culture vultures. They steal natural resources. They steal your social norms. Whatever you like to eat, they'll steal that.
identity.
Your identity theft. Identity theft is a federal offense. But they'll get away with it because they claim to be white. They're translucent. They have no melanin.
Lord was a black man, and he's gonna come back as a black man too. All right.
Right?
And an immortal black man. Shoot, he's not coming back as a man. He's coming back, as an immortal. All right. Okay. He first came. Keep going. I'm going off subject.
It's all good. Go ahead, keep going, man.
Yeah, the Lord, hey, when he first came, he came on a donkey as a mortal man. All right. He was to be sought after, like the scriptures say, you know. All right. But when he returns, he's not gonna come back humbly, you know. He's gonna come back with the sword, not peace, but the sword. All right. He's coming to cause division on earth. All right. He's coming to slay. All right. He's coming to sprinkle blood upon his garments. All right. That means unalive. Okay. The slain of the Lord shall be from one end of the earth to the other. The slain of the Lord shall be what? Many. Oh, all right. That's how the Lord's coming. Okay.
Yeah, but these Edomites want you to believe that
He's
God loves everybody. He's not coming back to kill anybody.
he's coming to hug and kiss everybody just because love, 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 love. No, man. The Lord.
No, that's not balance, man.
Yeah. That's not bad. That's too much. That's too much positive. Where's the negative? All right. It does not a charge. All right. Does
A
not.
battery, you got positive and negative on the battery in the car, right?
Yeah.
You got all this love, 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 which is all positive. Where's the negative part?
Yeah.
I don't get it. They're gonna blame it on us because of our skin color. It's not even a skin color. It's a biblical inheritance. It's a national heritage. It doesn't have anything to do with a goddamn skin color. As a matter of fact, it doesn't have anything to do with a color, period. White and black are social constructs that were created by these Edomite Caucasians in 1618 in order to push one race over another. That's supremacist ideology.
Why don't you talk about that? Christians, vocab alone. You know, stop talking about our color. You know, start talking about spiritual matters, man. Start bringing out the scriptures, man.
Right.
You know,
This is a spiritual battle. They don't want to deal with spirituality.
because that their playing field where they can get you, where they can win, is the carnal, physical, outer appearance battle, man. All right. The Lord says, don't judge a man. The outer man. All right. The Lord doesn't judge the outer man; he judges the inner man. The Lord says to not see the man. The outer. I forgot how it said. The outer appearance of a man, for the Lord has refused him. You know. All right. What's inside of you? Your spirit, your lineage. Okay. Your bloodline. Okay. You know, that's why you can't mix certain blood types, you know? And even then, it goes farther than that, man. Because, hey, the Lord isn't physical. He isn't carnal, all right? He doesn't deal with this false science, all right? Okay? The ways of the Lord, all right, are higher, as the heavens are higher than the earth, so the Lord's ways and your ways and your thoughts and his thoughts and your thoughts, okay? It's far beyond surface level, man, okay? And
Well, trying to tell vocabulary on that shit is like trying to talk to a brick wall.
Yep.
He's a Jesuit priest. A Jesuit. A priest of the Jesuits came to his apartment and told him that if you work for us to disprove the Hebrew Israelites, we'll pay you a certain amount of money. So vocab is being paid off. He's part of the Jesuit priesthood. He can't speak the truth of the Holy Scriptures. Right? The New World Order, right?
Yeah,
take a picture.
Yeah.
Take plenty of pictures. You also got the mark of the beast to what it is too. Right? Take a picture. Take a picture of the mark of the beast, man. You need to know that right there.
More than welcome. Shoot.
Take a picture of the mark of the beast. That's what it is. Elon Musk brain chip, right? Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah, take pictures. I don't have a problem with it. I did that, made these pictures just for that. Right?
This truth is gonna come out somehow, man. All right, that's just hey, it's just speeding up the return of the Lord, man. All right, us coming out here doing what the Yahweh Bashim Yashai commands us to do. Us doing this is what's gonna accelerate and speed up the return of Yahweh Shai. This is how the kingdom of heaven is going to be established. Speedily. All right, faster. Okay, waking up the elect. All right, fishing, spreading the seed. All right, planting the seed. That's what I meant. Plant the seed. You know.
All right. Yep, I did read that. Yeah, take them some pictures. Take pictures of the last three.
And this is why we do this work, man. All right. This is why we do this work. All right, for you people to actually consider. All right, this is why we come out here. This is why we study. This is why we do lessons every day. All right, to the best of our ability, man. All right, for this. All right.
Yeah.
We don't want your money. We don't want your hugs. You know, we don't want your Charlotte.
Yeah, we don't want none of that madness. We just want you to repent before it's too late, because the Son of God, when he gets here, man, ain't gonna be no kid. He's taking all kid gloves off. Ain't gonna be no, oh Lord, please help us. Oh, fuck all that. He's coming to kill you. Period. He said he's going to stain his clothes with the blood of the wicked, like it says in Isaiah chapter 65. Okay, you people are finished, man. Let's get it. Let me go over here to Isaiah 65. I think it's 63. Salaki.
Even then, we don't care if you repent. All right, as long as the elect repent, that's good, man. But that's what's gonna get Yahweh Shai to return faster. All right.
Right? Isaiah 63:1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? What are those dyed garments? What are they dyed with? Blood. Right? If you go to a wine press and you press in a bunch of dark grapes and you got a white garment on, it's gonna look like something you've been bleeding. Okay? Or you got blood all over you, but it's grape juice. Right? This is that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Who that is mighty to save is Yahweh Shai. Like it says in Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2, let's start at verse 6, 19. In that day there shall there be an altar to the Lord in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar at the border thereof to the Lord. Now this altar are the righteous men standing on street corners, risking their lives and freedom to spread the truth of this gospel. Right? We risk our life and our freedom for this because we know it's the truth. You're going to put us in jail for telling you the truth? Do I make you my enemy because I tell you the truth? Really? Wow.
We're the sacrifice. You know.
Right? We're the sacrifice, the living sacrifice. Okay, that the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai says is a sweet savor to his nostrils.
You're supposed to lay down your life as a living sacrifice. You know, if you want to serve and worship the Lord, you know, correctly, and that's what we do out here, man. All right, we give up, all right, our reputation, all right, because I could easily, we could easily get a coworker walk by and then take pictures of us, and then next time we go to work, we got the HR lady coming by telling you, hey, we're terminated you, blah blah blah, because you know, blah blase blase, man, because racism.
At my job, they had already tried it. What I do, I told them straight out. What I do on my free time and what I do with me starting the gospel, that's on me. That ain't got nothing to do with my job. Now, I'll go get me an attorney and I'll sue your ass for $20 million right now for discrimination. Right now. Are you sure you want to play that game? I ain't seen him since. Okay. Isaiah chapter 19, verse 20. And it shall be for a sign and for a witness unto the Lord of hosts in the land of Egypt. The land of Egypt is spiritual Sodom and Egypt is America. Right? For they shall cry unto the Lord because of the oppressors during the time of Jacob's trouble. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that there is none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it, right? Okay. For they shall cry unto the Lord because of the oppressors, and he shall send a Savior and a great one, and he shall deliver them. Okay? So there you go. The Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai already got a plan. Right? Now, as far as those oppressors that oppress us with taxes, whatever have you, Isaiah 49, verse 26. And I will feed them that oppress thee with their own flesh, and they shall be drunken with their own blood as with sweet wine. What type of sweet wine? Adrenochrome. They like adrenochrome which is the adrenaline-infused blood of little children, since you love adrenochrome so much, that's all you're gonna drink for 1,000 years. You ain't gonna drink no water. You Edomite Caucasians, you're gonna drink blood, because that's what you like. Okay? The elites and the people at the top upper echelons of Edomite supremacy, that's all they drink is blood.
Yeah, like you said, Leonardo DiCaprio and what's her name? Ellen DeGenerate. All right, uh, they don't drink water; they drink blood.
They drink blood, man.
You know,
Okay, Tom Cruise, he drinks blood. Jake Gyllenhaal, he drinks blood.
that's why they look so young.
That's yep.
For so long.
Brad Pitt. Shit, Brad Pitt should look way older than what he looks now, man. This motherfucker made that movie Troy back in 2016. He was damn near 50 then.
Damn.
He was damn near 50, man. That motherfucker looked like he was just out of his 30s, didn't he? Okay, that's what motherfucking adrenochrome would do for you, right? Right?
They need that to live longer. All right, because these Edomites, the way they live, all right, should they rely on blood, man? And the way they live, all right, they live a death style, all right, and they don't live as long, man. Okay, and the only thing keeping them up is drinking that blood, all right, of what of young children, all right. Jake is Israelite children, man, all right, because they're vampires. They're spiritual vampires, man. All right. I mean, they're actual vampires. Slock you, you know. Shoot. That's why they like their steak. All right. Uh, you don't.
Yep.
They barely cook.
Well done. Yep. Or what they call it, medium well.
Rare.
Or medium.
Extra rare.
Yeah, or extra rare, slightly seared on each side.
It tastes better. No, it didn't. When I was young, it tasted the same. It was just tender. All right.
Right.
The blood is the flavor in it. Nah, y'all weird asses, man. All right. I think well done steak is way better than
yeah.
Shit. Nah, man.
Nah, man. I'm gonna take me a steak well done, thank you.
Yeah. I don't care how chewy.
Most I don't want no blood and no meat that you eat that you put into your body. Okay? That's that simple, man.
I've always thought that shit was nasty, even when I was a kid. I'm like, blood? Even me seeing blood anywhere, seeing blood, I get like a weird reaction, like, oh man, I don't even want to see blood, you know? Because hey, where the Slocky? Okay, always.
Right? Isaiah 49:26. And I will feed them that oppress thee with their own flesh, and they shall be drunken with their own blood as with sweet wine. And all flesh shall know that I, the Lord, am thy Savior and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. Why doesn't it say the mighty one of Esau? Huh? Because the Most High put Esau off to the side. He doesn't regard Esau, even the so-called white man, but he gave him his blessing. He would have the fatness of the earth, the dew of heaven from above, and he would live by the sword. Yeah. Right? This is what he's doing. He goes from continent to continent, state to state, stealing natural resources. That's what he does. That's what he's always does. He likes his food medium rare. The rarer, the better. The bloodier it is, the sweeter it tastes. This is an Edomite. These are the characteristics of an Edomite. They go hunting, pheasant hunting, deer hunting, duck hunting, bear hunting, giraffe hunting.
Edomite called Liver King. Why do they call him Liver King? All right, because he eats raw ass meat. He eats raw liver, man. All right.
I mean, that's what they do, man. This is the wickedness of these devils.
And he claims he's natural bodybuilder. No, he's not. He takes steroids, man. All right.
Oh, you seen that too?
The Liver King, yeah, yeah. He's going crazy in his mind because all that fucking those toxins in the liver, man. All right, that he eats. All right, they say it's the most nutritional organ in the animal. Eat the liver. I mean, yeah, it has lots of vitamins and nutrients, but it also has a certain toxin. I forgot what vitamin it has. If you eat too much, it's very toxic to you. All right, I think it's vitamin A or something like that. All right, correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, that's the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. He fits the description of Esau. All right, the red man. All right, the one that sold his birthright, all right, for uncooked meat. You know, it's not the black man, it's not the Latino man, all right, it's not the Native American man, it's not the Asian man, the Arab man, it's the white man, all right. You think we hate white people? I don't hate white people. I had some white girlfriends when I was younger. You know,
Salakia.
all right. I had a whole bunch of white homies. You know, I got a
Just the
whole bunch of
whole
white friends growing up, man.
my whole
All right,
camera just shut off.
we're not racist in the way you think we're racist. You know, we
What do
don't
you
hate
want?
white people, man. Okay,
Hello?
we hate Edomites.
Hello?
Lucky.
Okay. What time is it? Okay. Well, we got to quit preaching, man, because
Okay. It's all
we've
good.
been out here too long. All right.
Okay.
I'll be there in a minute. God damn it.
We was out here for
I guess, man.
195 minutes.
Fuck it. And cut off my feed, everything.
Or you can't even go back live again.
Yeah, I guess I could.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know if the
It was like,
if the video was still if it's still recording. I don't know. I really don't. Nope. It cut off. So anyway, I'm gonna go on and get on out of here, man. Salakia, I got a telephone call. Um, it's my rib talking shit as usual. So I'm gonna go on and get on out of here, man. When the lights go out, my rib want to talk all that bullshit about taking the market of beef so we can eat and all this other shit. I'm gonna punch the bitch in the mouth and just call it good. I'm done. I don't ever want to see you again because when a place was what the pension was open unto you, I told you what to do. I told you how to handle it. You couldn't handle it. You talk about the market of beast. I ain't dealing with that punk shit. Fuck it. My job is out here to warn people about the market of beast, RFID chip, and the beast system that they got set up. So this way, at the end of time, at the end of days, these Edomites run out of choices. They don't have a choice. Okay. My job is to tell them what they should do.
Fuck the Edomites. This is for Jacob, our
Right.
people, man.
Just
Yasharala.
Just right. Exactly. That's what I meant.
Yeah, no, you could out. Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna go in and close up, man. So I was gonna keep on going for another hour, man. But they keep cutting off my time. I mean, cut off. You know, I was just trying to see what was up on the telephone card and then cut off my feed, but it's all good. All right, we're gonna turn to the east, go and pack our stuff, get on out of here. These people can't handle the truth, like the brother said in the book of Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 27. For let me read.
Hey, man, if we were paid to do this, we'd do this every day, man. All right, come out here for a couple hours every day. All right, for 8 hours a day and do this. You know, maybe take a few days off.
Right? Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 27. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth which hath been so long without fruit shall be declared. All right. So with that, we're finna go on and get on out of here. Let these Edomites do whatever the fuck they do. Because they talking about quinceañeras and the prom and all this other madness. That's where you see them walking by these dresses and shit. So let's get on out of here. Call along double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for pushing 100% truth to rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that have been scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom.
Shalom.
She couldn't wait until I got up.